The world according to Beatrice Noel. We're here with a few topics that we want to speak about. And of course, our sister Beatrice has a whole new look, and I love it. Here we go. Boom! There she is. How are you, my dear sister? How are you tonight?
Also, because I took the vaccine Friday, and it jacked me up, man. So I'm being really careful with my lungs because, you know, COVID, what it does, it gives you a pneumonia and blood clot. So I've been taking aspirin since Friday because as soon as they gave it to me, my chest started to hurt really bad. And I can feel it getting stuffy and lightheaded because my chest is getting stuffy. So basically, my voice is like that, probably because I have tons of mucus in my lungs. And, you know, I already have the edema. So I'm really careful to not get a pneumonia.
Right.
So basically, I have COVID from the vaccine. That's what's going on.
Wow, that's a crazy way of looking at it. But
that's what's going on. I got it from the vaccine. Because technically, what it is, they say, oh, the blueprint bullshit. They just infect you with the blue. They call it the blueprint. So like that, your body get used to the virus and create antibodies. That's what it's doing. But technically, you are infected. That's why some people have adverse effect to it and they die. Because actually, you are infected.
Well, see, that's the thing. They don't tell it that way, though. They don't tell it that way. They were giving it to you, right?
They're giving you treats. Oh, take it. You can remove. You don't have to walk with mask anymore. Like whatever. You know, I take it because soon I have to go to the university. Most likely, they will require you do it. And so I did it. But I waited because I didn't want to take it right away. Because they said it would take 2 years before they're created. And then less than 3 months, we got a vaccine. Like, where you came up with it? It's been just 3 months. You know, that's why
so fast.
Exactly. Right? I didn't take it. I waited. So hopefully the one I took, I don't think that tweaked it enough because I'm all fucked up. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Wow. Well, that's part of the journey. And you know, we know this thing is it's just I'm bedazzled. I never thought I'd see something like this in my life. You know, just
nobody,
just
man.
A lot of things
it's
that
a
I'm seeing
spiritual
right now.
trial. Like I said first time, this is a spiritual trial. And this where men don't understand that. They try to combat the virus with all their technology. It's not what's going on. It's a spiritual trial we're going through. And it's not over yet. Because the dream I've been having, you know, it's just like I said.
Think this is just the beginning.
Yes, war is coming. Because I keep having the same recurring dream. War is coming. And that's inevitable. Because
and you know you're very sensitive that way. Tell me about that from your perspective. Tell me about that, about the war coming.
Okay. So in the dream, what I saw is like I'm gathering food and water in the house. And I'm making sure doors are locked and, you know, for security purposes, because I keep hearing people, I hear a crowd, angry crowd outside. And I turned to my mom. I said to my mom, we're going to be stuck in there for days and I was told in a dream that we should be prepared to stay in the house for a long day to gather food. And in a second, that's how I think they make me aware that something's gonna happen, because I fell asleep again, and this time I see myself in this house telling my mom what I just saw in a dream. So basically, I'm reminding myself what I just saw. So technically, we're not done yet. And we're not done yet because we're not taking it for what it is. We're taking it as an aggressive virus like the plague. All of them, it was a spiritual plague, spiritual trial. When the plague happened, it was a major spiritual, cultural shift, because you had the Inquisition, where millions of innocent people were burned alive for being accused of being witches when they are not. In the same way,
Wow.
the Renaissance happened, because that time we had Baroque music, but then people were like, "Hey, we cannot do music like," because basically it was Mozart, but it's until, because it took 200 years. By 1600, you got Mozart, you got Beethoven that were born at the end of 1600, and then, well, even though you had a Handel in 1400, you even had Bach. I think it was like 1500. It's like measured shift, because you had the Inquisition in Germany, Spain, France, England. Because I remember on the 1600, right after Queen Elizabeth I died, it was King James. And King James was a crazy motherfucker. He burned millions in Scotland where he was a king. And when he became a king of the United Kingdom, shit. No, even more people were dying. No, he was crazy. He even wrote a book about incubus and succubus. But when you read it, that's some stupid shit. In the book, he said that a succubus is a demon woman, or a female demon, who steals the sperm from a dead man and impregnate herself to create more demons.
Oh God. I never heard that one before.
You know how stupid that sounds? Because if the man is dead, mostly what's in him is dead too after a few hours. And before he's even get in the ground, he has to be washed, mourned, then buried. So
yeah, what is that all about?
There was even this monk who came with this stupid ass theory, because there was a monastery, I don't remember where, because I did a video about it, incubus and succubus. That's where, and there was a whole nunnery where all the nuns were complaining of being visited in their dream and raped by an incubus. No, that's mass hysteria. That's mass hysteria. It's just you're so afraid. That's the problem with y'all people getting possessed. Haven't you noticed that people who get possessed, they are the most fervent Christian? They're the one who prays the most. Yeah, they're the most fervent Christian. And there's because it's fear. That's all it is. Fear. You're so afraid of getting possessed, so afraid of going to hell, that the demon uses exactly that. Your fear to dominate you. So in the same way, so that's why, if all the nuns are afraid to go to hell, right? And they're afraid of Satan. So if one starts going crazy, everybody is going to go crazy. Everybody is going to say the exact same shit. That they're being raped.
For real.
Yep. That's all. So
the mind is
exactly
so easy to manipulate.
Exactly. So right now, the same way, there's a major shift going. We're seeing the rise of new superpowers. Okay. No, unfortunately, coronavirus jacked up the United States economy. Now we owe how many close to 30 trillion.
Trillions.
Yeah, because under
Trillions.
Obama it was
Imagine that.
16 trillion. Okay, under Obama it was 16 trillion, and this guy started jacking up the economy, so it went up to 20 trillion. But right now, I have it. I have it. Yeah, the world debt clock. How much are we now? God damn it, $28 trillion. So we gained 8 trillion, and not even in 4 years.
Well, they're gonna make the
Last year
people
only we gained 8 trillion. Yeah. And the thing is, half of our population is poor, close to homelessness, but a few of them became trillionaire, like Bezos or the Facebook guy. Explain that to me.
They don't care about that though.
You know, explain that to me. That made no sense whatsoever. But anyway, we are off topic. Today we're gonna talk of 3 topics, you know, but that's a discussion for another day. Exactly. So we're gonna talk first about when, you know, immigrants are mistreating their own kind. That's the first topic. The second, we're gonna talk about reality show, and third, how you measure your success, because it's correlated with celebrities and reality shows. So let's do this. So, okay, I'm a Haitian American, right? And from Haiti, we heard stories. I used to hear stories, you know, about, you know, when like an uncle have his niece coming in, or like some aunt, some grandma bringing somebody in. And when you come in, like they make you, they allow you to get the visa or green card. As soon as you arrive, they seize your passport and green card and force you to servitude. You don't cooperate, they will kick you out and keep your papers. That is human trafficking. You know? That's slave labor and human trafficking. I mean, my thing is, how can you be black? And like even Haitian, because we all endure discrimination. It don't matter who you are. It doesn't matter, you know. And I think like Haitian or African or Caribbean, Black Caribbean, we endure even more discrimination because we're both discriminated by every other ways, but by African American too. That made no sense because white people don't see Haitian, African American. They just see Negroes. Okay, that's why
all these labels.
Exactly. I don't call myself Haitian, or I call myself African American, because the white man see all of us the same way. They see Negroes. So you're being discriminated, okay, marginalized. And you know, that's what unnerves me the most. When they do that, they're not like suburban people. They're like, you know, rural, you know, working class. And then you're already struggling, and you have the audacity to bring someone else and force them to slave labor. You know, what the hell? That is wrong. Remember when I came here? But thing is, you know, you can fuck with me like that. You're gonna have to call the police. Cause I came with my uncle's wife was, because I went to my uncle's in Staten Island, and she said, "I thought you were here to clean the house, and do housekeeping, and do the dishes." I mean, I did them anyway because I live in the house. But yeah, you don't try that shit with me, because you're gonna have to call the police.
She gave a piece of her mind, like where she thought she was gonna stand, you know.
Okay, so I done it anyway. I didn't care, because I lived there, and you feed me, you gave me a place to stay. Okay, so I think it's you know, showing appreciation. I do it anyway, but you didn't need to say that. This is why she said it. It's because the dish has been staying in the sink for like 2 days, And I didn't mess any one of them. You know, I didn't dirty any one of them. So that's why I didn't touch it. It's ridiculous. So she has like 3 children, and the girls, they got mad because I didn't do it. Like, what the fuck? I ain't your motherfucking maid.
What were they doing before you got there?
Exactly. I ain't your motherfucking maid. It's ridiculous. But I lasted 3 years. And then I went back to Haiti. Okay. But then, you know, I went to Jersey, and after Jersey, I went to Florida. So Jersey, I was living when there's another. Go ahead.
What part of Jersey?
Oh, in East Orange, Newark. That's where I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it there.
Yeah, there's another side of the coin too. It's not only forcing them to slave labor. Sometimes those immigrants can be, caught into sexual trafficking too, or being raped by their abuser. Because there was this story where the uncle I was living with, so that was in New York, and there was this a niece. I mean, his niece would show up, and and he raped her. That was
what you mean,
yeah, he raped her.
On a regular or one time?
That was a long time ago, like probably like 30 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So when I moved in with them, his wife was losing her mind. Like, I would let your husband come and touch me. You were stupid. But again, he was way younger. He was in his 20s. When I moved with them, they were like in their 70s. But she would be really aggressive and verbally abusive towards me. So the point where I didn't, because I was at the university, I almost like clock out and then finish my degree and leave. But because she was losing my big. I mean, it was like really hostile towards me. I think maybe because now when my mom told the story, I see why. Because in her mind, she thought something would happen between me and my uncle, but bitch, that's my uncle. Second, I wouldn't let people. No, I'm not like that, bro. The fuck.
Right. But see, but she was throwing off on you because what was in her head. We had Empress LG just joined us.
Yes, I know.
Hello. Hi, how you doing? Hi. I'm good. How are you?
So I took the first shot. It messed me up. So I'm really watching my lungs.
What are you talking about?
I took the Moderna Friday. So
my God.
I'm watching closely my lungs because I don't know, I've been having trouble breathing since Friday. Yeah, you see, I lost my voice. I don't have a cold. I don't have a fever, but I lost my voice. And most likely because there's mucus forming. That's why I've been taking aspirin every day, because technically you're infected. That's why, but not infected, but you are infected. That's what it is. So just making your body create antibodies. So like that, when the real thing happened, you somewhat, because some people still die, somewhat can survive it.
Oh, God.
So, but that's the thing. I have edema, so I tend to have pneumonia very easily. So that's why I'm very careful with it. So what we're talking about is about immigrants that are being abused by other immigrants, like, especially for their own kind. Like, for example, this all the time you hear that happen, like in France and Switzerland, or here that a Haitian or African get arrested because they were forcing one family member to do slave labor.
Oh, I have one just like that. Okay. Haitian. Lived across the street from my mother's house. And they had a young lady that they brought. They were fair-skinned Haitians. And they brought over this young lady, and they had her as their housekeeper. sweetest girl you could ever imagine. She actually babysat my kids for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, we got along famously, but then I heard that they treated her horribly, horribly, you know, and it was classic case. It was almost like a class system, based on color and whatever, station she found herself in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Compared to
Yeah,
them,
but I mean, it doesn't matter if it's your family member, if it's a friend. It doesn't matter. It's just
it
fucked
doesn't.
up.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
It's just fucked up. And the reason
Hmm.
I'm bringing this up is because I saw a documentary by DW, the German channel,
Hmm.
where through an investigation, they find out that Filipinos are abusing of Filipinos the same way. So,
Mm.
Filipinos that come here through agency, right here or like in Europe. And now when they arrive, they have visas. And after a longer stay, the visa expires. So now they become illegal immigrants.
Right.
So other Filipinos take advantage of that and rent them apartments for double the price of everybody else. So they were showing that they were living by 3 and 4 in the same bedroom, and for their bedroom they were charging them $1,000. So there were 5 bedrooms. This lady was making 5-6 grand from that building. Each bedroom had 4 or 5 people.
Right.
And she was Filipino too.
Right.
That's just wrong, man. I mean, already you're
Mm-hmm.
Asian. You're marginalized, okay? How can you do that to your own kind?
Easy.
It makes no
Just to
sense.
show you how deep this is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how can you do
Yeah.
that to your own kind? That made no sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, I understand if on Philippines there's corruption, but dang. Don't you have your own will? Don't you have your own set of morals? Dang.
Well, the Chinese do it also. I mean,
I
they
know.
get people over here and they have
I
to
know.
agree to work in the restaurants for X amount of years to
Yes.
buy back their freedom. And they're paying them less than minimum wage, so it takes them half their damn life
Yeah,
to
exactly.
buy it back. Yeah.
Because the Filipino, even the legal ones, they came through the agency, so they owe the agency also. Just like
Of
you said,
course.
they have to pay the
Hmm.
agency also. They
Yeah,
get well
exactly.
paid, but between the house and the agency, they ain't get shit.
That's it. Hmm.
How
Hmm.
can you exploit your own kind like this?
It's not hard because when you know the conditions that your people are coming from, if you have that greedy mindset, if you have that heartless mindset, it's very easy to do what they do. It's very easy to abuse your
Yeah.
people.
Because when I told my
And to
mom,
be
my mom
inhumane.
said, "La nonchalant, it's
Exactly,
business."
exactly.
Yeah, because probably that's how my mom said it's business, but probably that's how they think too. My mom doesn't think like that. She doesn't partake in shit like that. But in a sense, that's what she means. That's their mindset. No, it's not business. It's inappropriate. It's immoral. You should know
Mhm.
better. Okay, it's immoral. Especially if you're doing your own kind. People came from the same country who went through the same struggle you did, and you're doing this bullshit. So I double look down on you. What the hell? It's
Well,
inappropriate. But
Beatrice,
yes,
that's in the world according to Beatrice Noel. We want things to be a certain way. You know what I mean? And, the world according to how the world runs right now, that's not how it is. People are wicked. you
yes,
know.
I know, right? I know. But still, that's why I brought it because the main goal in this on this platform is make people be aware of
Be
this.
aware.
And if
Exactly.
you're aware of this, then say something. do something, stop it, because it's inappropriate. That's my goal. I know it's the world according to me, but if in your mind, you know, it's wrong, then say something. I mean, like when
Of course.
in Haiti, I used to see people, I mean, my brother, not really, but when we used to have like his friend coming in, they used to make all kind of crude jokes about gay men, you know, and I mean, they never said nothing, but damn.
Wow.
You know, but then that's the culture. It's not only a damage. That's the thing. Monkey see, monkey do. But you don't have to do what you see others do. You know, if in your own mind it feels wrong, then don't do like they do. Me, I'm not gonna do it. Like I didn't. You know, I don't like that. I mean, they're people too. I'm not gonna partake in that. You know.
Right.
But I don't think it's as bad. I mean, some African and Haitian do that, but it's not as bad as the Arabs. The Arabs, they take that shit to the next level, like beating on you to death. You know, like that's the thing. And usually they think because they have diplomatic immunity, they think they will get away with it. No, you will not. Maybe in Saudi Arabia you will, but not here. You're going to prison. Your immunity don't mean shit. You're going to prison.
Do something wrong and somebody in the street catch you, the immunity don't mean a damn thing.
Yeah, you're going to prison. Because in France, there was that lady, she took a leap of faith and approached a police officer because they were beating the shit out of her every day. And that happened in France. And they were like princes and princesses. That happened here too in California. She was a princess. They got away with this shit so bad that in France, like maybe 10 years ago, so there was this Saudi princess that she hired a designer, a white man, to come, decorate her apartment. And he doesn't know what he did or what he said. She had her bodyguard beating on him.
What?
You heard right. Yeah, she had her bodyguard beating the shit out of him.
Wow.
And that was like a major scandal because, she thought she would get away with it. No, you will not. No. Especially if you're not white and he is. You will not.
What did you say? She was a princess?
Yes. No, she went to prison in France. Okay. She went to prison. They said, "What? No one here?" Where the lady took a leap of faith and warned up. They went to prison. They were diplomats, but you're going to prison. It's inappropriate and wrong, morally wrong.
Right.
But I really give
crazy.
I know. I really give like the African and Haitian the side eye, man. What I don't know if it's like Jamaican do it or Trinidadian. I don't know. Trinidadian. I don't know. But it's mostly common with African and with Haitian.
Right.
Like for example, I have my aunt that she had her Canadian citizenship, right? And I think it was her aunt invited her. My great invited her. Did the process the paper and had her come living with her. But as soon as she arrived, this heifer took her passport and forced her to labor.
Wow.
This heifer did. So when I saw that, because I was close with her son, the lady's son, and I'm like, I pretty much badgered him, like, what the fuck? Because remember, there's the thing with the son, because and that was like in 1996. Yeah, because this boy, his father was a psychopath, man. what the fuck? Because something he did to the father, I don't know, because the father is very physically and verbally abusive. So I guess he wanted to go back to Canada. I guess in a act of desperation, he tried to poison the father. So the father, instead of acknowledging, there's a problem, he beat the shit out of him for 3 days.
Oh my God.
Non-stop. He was bloody. His face was deformed and blackened. Imagine, he's lighter skinned than I am. So the first day, man, I was crying because my mom didn't say shit. My brother didn't say shit. But I was like, no, have him stop. No. The second day, they pulled me out of the house because they didn't want me to say shit. He was peeing blood by the second day.
Did he die?
Damn.
He's alive, but he's forever grateful that I intervened. Because the third day he came to me, and I just had him in my room. And he showed up with his stick, yelling, and bitch, look, touch me, see what happened. I will stab the shit out of you. Touch me, see what happened. No, I will turn savage on you. Don't touch me. Because I was like, no. He was huffing and puffing, motherfucker. No. You gotta just sit down and talk to him because you ain't gonna touch him today. You're not. My mom was I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. And a couple months later, he even tried. I'm like, hey. And since then, he hates my guts. I hate his just as much. Hate just as much. He wouldn't talk to me. I wouldn't talk to him. I hate you just as much.
My God.
Yeah. And I think it kind of affected him, for the rest of his life. Like, how can you do something like that to your own son, man? It's just the fact that, in Haiti,
sickness.
Yes, Haiti, like when your child is like here, you put him in boot camp, and Haiti they send him to prison, to kind of beat on them and kind of how you say it. It's like when you kind of taming a clipper, but that ain't no fucking clipper. That's a person,
right?
So basically, in a sense, that's why they're beat on their own family, because they're not even their own kind, it's their own family. Like the person they're beating on is their niece, their sister, their aunt. It's their own family. That's what makes it even more fucked up.
But there are a lot of cultures, not just in the Caribbean,
No, that's why I said the Filipino, and I was shocked. But I know about the Chinese, because there was documentary where they're showing this lady was paying $6,000 for just a room, and that room was smaller than mine, probably half mine.
$6,000 what? A what?
It's the size of a fucking bathroom.
A month?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes.
Where was she working to pay that?
I know, right? This is fucking crazy.
Because if she can pay $6,000, why is she there?
That's a very good question. Maybe because she's illegal? Who knows?
Maybe.
But no, I think it's not the step Biden took. It's not enough. It's not enough, and I know we're not all embrace immigrant and illegal immigrant, but we need to have a better system, because that's why abuse like that was happening. Because we tend to illegal, but this gonna happen. Human trafficking, sex trafficking, child trafficking. This is going to happen. You know, because those immigrants they're illegal, they're very vulnerable.
Oh
And
yeah.
they're very vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when they're women and kids, and they fall in that sort of a pattern of abuses.
Right. Right.
So just deport it's not enough.
Mm.
Give them TPS is not enough. You know, it's the same way with where here where certain states legalize prostitution and the others don't. Well, exactly. If you would legalize it, then they will have to be unionized and how would I say audited by compliance. And if you do that, then you cannot force a woman. You cannot traffic a woman because you know you're gonna be audited. Because in Spain, that's what happened. Once they legalized it, there was no more human trafficking because the prostitution was unionized, and there would be audited and visit like weekly by either
Right.
auditor or a union representative.
Right.
So you can't do that. You know, like it's too much. It's too much work. So because the one that are really being trafficked, but basically they're trafficking themselves. It's like the illegals, like the Romanian, and they do it like, which is now that's the thing. Since they're illegal and they got no papers and they don't want to be part of the union, so they kind of do it in the bush or in nasty ass motels.
In the bush.
I said in the bush.
Yeah, literally, they're doing it in parks, in the bush, literally,
Hey.
literally.
There's something to be said about the bush.
Yeah.
There could be a lot of good things in the bush.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let me stop it.
Whose side is there?
Lance, behave yourself.
Yeah, and
Please, behave
especially if
yourself.
whether the immigrant has is legal or not, you know,
Right, right.
we need to have a better system to protect them because they are vulnerable.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
You
yeah,
know, like it's not like me.
oh
I got
yeah.
my wits. Like, no, don't fuck with me. It's not gonna go down like that.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah,
different sort.
exactly. Don't fuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's no
those
different from the ones that want to get jobs and
exactly.
you know,
You know,
they wind up swindling them, fleecing them, take all their money and tell them that they're getting them working papers and they're doing all sorts of things and it never happens.
worse. Like for example, the Ukrainian, the Romanian, and the like you said, or like when they come one of the stands or whatever, and they go through like Russian agency or Ukrainian agencies or Serbian, and they tell them they're gonna have either they're gonna work for a model agency or become babysitters, and before you know it, they just sign up to be trafficked. So when
Oh
they
my
come here,
God.
yeah, it was when I was in the school in Johnson and Wells, we actually had a victim. Well, she's not a victim anymore, but she told her ordeal. She was hired to become a babysitter. And when she came here, the first thing they did, they seized her passport and all her paperwork. And to make sure that she will comply for a whole month, they beat on her and raped her and drugged her.
Oh
So in
my
a sense,
God.
you're so yes, they rape you and beat on you like gang rape. To a point where by that month, your personality is completely you're tamed.
Changed.
Tamed like a fucking horse or a dog.
They broke her in.
Yeah. Because you're so like fucked up that they can actually let you walk in the street without them watching you because they know you'll come right back. That's how fucked up you are. Because you can't even recognize you're being abused anymore. Because they got you so hooked up on drug, so broken up that you can't even understand anymore you're being abused. She said that's what happened to her until one day she just took a leap of faith. and approach the police. Because sometimes the police, she said certain police officers were involved. So she went directly to the police department. Yeah. And reported what's happening to her. And not only her, but several other girls were saved. So now she works for Homeland Security and helping them save other victims.
Isn't that something?
I know. That's how I knew about her story.
Come full circle.
But you know what? Isn't that something? That was her purpose in life, right?
Yes, unfortunately.
And look what she had to. Yeah, but what I'm saying, so it's like if anybody had told her, you're going to wind up with a terrific, let's say a terrific job, probably getting paid good money, but you're going to have to go through XYZ to get over onto that side. I think she would still be living in the projects.
I know, right? But she was abused for 1 year. That's really good. She was abused for just 1 year, and she took a leap of faith. Because some they get caught up in that system for years.
Yes, and sometimes you go to the police and they totally ignore you.
Exactly. Yeah, there's even this documentary by Vice News. That's something that was happening right here in Florida. Ain't that some bullshit? That, have you noticed there's no more commercial about those, how they call them, rehab centers?
Yeah.
Haven't you noticed? There's no more commercial.
That's true. That's true. That is true. Because what was happening? I'm sorry.
Because when they're calling the rehab, the crackhead, the addict, whatever, they would not only prostitute the women, but they would use them as cash cow and calling all kind of expenses to Medicare and Medicaid.
What?
That's why you don't hear about them anymore. Okay, it was not only here. One girl said she got trafficked in several states.
My God.
Several states. So several companies were involved.
In the meantime,
this was highly organized.
Yeah. So in the meantime, her parents couldn't, or family couldn't visit her.
Thing. She went and dial a 1-800 number, went on the website, and she said a woman immediately appeared to her and tell her that they're gonna pay all the expenses exclusive. Tomorrow you'll be at the rehab center. So she said that in less than a week she was already on a plane flying to a rehab center in Florida when she was from up north. I don't remember what state.
So take you where your family don't have easy access to you.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So probably because not only she's young and she's an addict, she's not in the right mind. She agreed, but I'm sure, bitch, if you were sober, you'd be like, "What the fuck? Why I gotta go to Florida? Why already? Why I'm not paying for the ticket? You should have started asking those questions. I'd be like, hey, it looked just like those Nigerian prince on Yahoo. No, thank you. No. It's me. I'm in my right mind now. Something's off. Because there's no way I would live with somebody and just go to Florida when I'm all the way in Jersey. Like, bitch, I don't know you. But she said as soon as she got there, so they will give her even more crack to keep her hooked. And before you know it, she started to be sexually trafficked from a rehab house to rehab house. And they would take them to cheap, nasty ass motels where they know the police would not be around. And the motels would always be near a highway. And when they wouldn't comply, like herself, he would have her being raped by several men for $5. And then he tells her, I
What
just have the
the
train run over
hell?
you for $5.
Are you
The
serious?
last
Imagine how that
thing.
fuck up a woman. Not a woman, anybody, man. Anybody. You know, and they're not even immigrants. They're white Americans going through this bullshit.
Oh, damn.
I didn't forgot through it. Oh gosh.
Yeah, why? Because I didn't see any black victim. They all were white. And of course, they don't want to show their face because it's true. Because right now, when she did the thing, she was in college. So, of course, she doesn't want her classmate or university to know what she been through.
Why not? She should.
Oh, no, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. It's too traumatic. Because when she did the documentary with Vice, 1 year only have passed.
Oh, okay.
And I really commend her to have like this, tenacity to be able to talk about it. But
Yeah, but
anyway,
she needs to put that out there. I mean, yeah, she did it with Vice.
And
But how many people see Vice? I mean,
exactly. And the ringleader was a black guy.
Oh my God.
Oh, damn.
I know, right? I know. And what happened? They were actually being audited by the IRS. That's how they got caught. For fraud. Because they were claiming all kind of fucked up expenses through Medicare and Medicaid, so the IRS intervened. And they got infiltrated, and that's how they found out that they found the victims. That's why you don't see any more commercials about rehab centers.
I don't really watch TV anymore, so I didn't even realize. But
I know, right?
I mean, yeah.
That's why. And that's been a couple of years. You don't see them anymore. But it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. And it's really scary that, people would go to that level to abuse another person. Several person. Because there was even in Canada their own story, like their own homeland security. And they found a group of Africans doing that to several white teenagers. And the girl said same situation. It wasn't a rehab center, but they would traffic them from motel to hotel. They went to several states in Canada. From motel.
But how do you wake up and just have this on your mind? How do you get this way? And then how do you get this way with other people to be organized in doing it? And then you set up doing it. How do you look at each other? How do you look at yourself? Like, yeah, we're going to go and do this. I mean, that's straight evil and twisted. And then you go blend back into society. You're in the supermarket. Hey, good morning. How are you? You know,
and these motherfuckers have wives and kids. They got daughters too. That made no fucking sense. They got it's just like we know when under Duvalier you would have those Totomakut who would go around terrorizing the population and go left and right, like raping women and do all of that, and then you come back home to your wife and kids and you're super jealous and super protective of your own daughter.
Because they know what they're doing. They know what can happen to her. That's the reason.
It's psychopathic shit, man. Psychopathic.
It's no different from a father who used to run around and, what you call it, break a whole lot of women's hearts or young girls' hearts, and all of a sudden he has a daughter and no guy can come near her because she's so precious to him, he doesn't want her heart broken by somebody like him.
It's crazy, man. The level people would go. Like, I mean, it's just psychopathic. Just psychopathic. So the girls, the way they got caught is with facial recognition, I think. Because there's this girl and from the university in in California. What's the name of it?
Not Caltech.
Not Caltech. Berkeley?
Berkeley. Okay.
Yeah, from Berkeley. She
Mhm.
created a software that could recognize any face, anytime, anywhere. And not only that, it could calculate how the face is gonna be when the person's grown up. So that's
Mhm.
how you don't see a Craigslist person anymore. That's why. Because those asshole would post those poor girls on Craigslist.
Mm.
The one in Canada. So she would go on Craigslist and was the other one Backdoor? Yeah, Backdoor Craigslist. Yeah.
It might have it's been called backdoor, but it's back page.
Back page, back something. Back something. Back something. But she would go and normally they were saying that if normally the FBI or Homeland Security, they go through like thousands of DVDs per month. Like one person can try to see like 1,000 DVDs in one day. Trying to find like child pornography.
Right.
And try to find where they come from. So this new software, whatever FBI could take a month to do, it does it in a couple of minutes. So in a couple of minutes, it will find you. And that's how they started to find those girls. But they mostly use it for child trafficking because it analyze and calculate how your face is gonna look if a year or two, a couple of years have passed, and that's how they started finding victims. So the thing is, because Trump really fucked it up, because he came with this new law. I forgot the name of it, but that's why Craigslist personal got shut down along with Backdoor, Backpage, back something. It got shut down because of that, because there was a lot of prostitution on Craigslist, but that got shut down. But the thing is, and that's why they were like, you kind of fuck it up, because now since you closing the Craigslist, these people are gonna go on dark web, and you never will find those victims because they're on the dark web. Yeah, it's even harder to find them on the dark web.
Right.
Because on the dark web, they use cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency, the only way to find like a person, it has to be a recurrency for the same amount, and you trace the money. But if there's like millions of transactions going on, how are you gonna track this shit?
Right.
Whew.
Right.
Yep.
That's crazy.
What a tangled web.
Exactly. So if you see something, say something. If it looks fucked up, say something. Cause me shit, I'll snitch on you in a heartbeat. I'll call the police in a heartbeat. Because inappropriate behavior, and I'll look in your face. I'm about to call the police on your dumb ass. If it's inappropriate, do something, say something.
Right.
Before somebody dies or somebody's completely and permanently damaged mentally and emotionally.
It's mind-boggling.
It is how people can be super cruel like that. Yeah, it's a psychopath.
And just how they just perverse the whole act of sex and just turn it into something. So, Brother Lance, what's a good word? So, debaucherous.
I don't have words. Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah.
And it's so acceptable to them in their mind. When you look at it from their point of view, they move about these activities with such ease.
Yeah.
Like it's
That's why I
normal.
said they're psychopaths, because
Yeah.
psychopaths don't feel anything whatsoever. So they wouldn't see any wrong in it.
Well, Melanin Global Family just said something here. That soulless beings are living amongst us. And
Yeah.
they have no human empathy. And that alone is sufficient, because you would have to be a soulless being. We're sitting here asking questions, not realizing that that's all it takes. We have entities that are not human, and it's easy for them to do those things.
Yep.
They live amongst us.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's the scary part.
I know.
I know.
Yeah, that's the scary part. You can know people for years and they have this hidden
Yeah,
life of things
exactly.
that's going on.
You know, exactly those abusive husband, because a psychopath, you're more likely to find him or her in a household than being serial killers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they'll sit down and have a conversation with you.
Yes.
And speak just the way you do. Oh, this is so terrible. This is, what is this world coming to? And
remember that motherfucker who had 3 girls locked out in his basement for 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
It was 4 of them, 4 girls.
4.
Yeah,
and
Ohio.
That's the thing. They were Hispanic just like him. Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. But the thing that gets me is the mind thing, because he wasn't there at the time. They could have broke out of something somehow.
It's just like the Ukrainian girl.
Yeah, mind control, man. They broke them.
It's just like the Ukrainian girl. Because the only reason the girl took action is just he realized that because he would get her pregnant, but now he was planning to rape the daughter. So that's when, that's why she took initiative. But it's just like you said, like 10 years, man. Because he would keep them in chain and drugged all the time too. But she would participate, the accomplice, whatever, because she was the first being abused, but now she this is sad, man. Now she would partake in that bullshit and drug the girl so they wouldn't feel anything as he was raping them.
My God.
It's disgusting. And that's the thing. Every time, that's how he caught those girls. He would offer them a ride because they were right in the same neighborhood.
That's why you tell your kids, don't take no ride from nobody, even if you know them. And nowadays, it's a harsh thing to say, but even if you know them and they offer you a ride, you just want to say, no, it's okay, I'll walk. I'll take the bus.
Right.
I'll do whatever. Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
It really is sad.
Sad, man. And he was like, oh, I have a sickness. Oh, yes, motherfucker, you have a sickness. You got the devil in you. That's for sure. Got the devil in you.
Somebody should tell them he's gonna have a sickness. He beat the shit out of him. Now he's got a sickness.
I mean, that's why he killed. Probably he didn't even kill himself. Somebody killed him.
Oh yeah, more than
you
likely.
will not survive in a prison when you're a pedophile.
Most definitely.
Yep.
Keep them separate because they'll get it.
Yep. It's crazy. Probably that's what happened to Jeffrey Epstein too.
When I worked there, the pedophiles, they were in protective custody, and you could see how they got the trust of some people because their body language, their demeanor, and I've said this on other shows before, their body language and demeanor, you look at them collectively and you're like, man, if you remove what they're there for, you say, man, these guys are some. I never said it, but if you separate it, and you look at them collectively, you say, you would say these are some really nice guys, and they're very when they come to the window, right there by the fiberglass, they want to talk to you about something, they need something, they want something. Excuse me, sir. Oh, sure. Only when you have time, if you can, but only if you have time. So and so and so. And they talk to you, well, how's your day today? It's really good seeing you. And I'm like, whoa, they're locked up and they're talking to me like that, right?
Exactly. So there's actually an interview but he's like a teenager. It's an interview of a psychopath. I gotta find it because he was explaining the process. Explain how that works. Because he said that what he would do is just at the end, it's just this is how they're going to look for help because he realized what he's doing has consequences and people don't like it and people react. So he decided to get help. But he said that when he meets someone, so already he analyzing this person to see what kind of personality they have, if he can take advantage of them or not. And if he finds like a way in, any inch in, he will start manipulating you. Yeah, he said he can't help it because he see a vulnerability, he will take advantage of it.
Right.
It's compulsion, huh?
Exactly. Yeah, it was kind of mind-opening. I thought, what's the name of it? It's like a very young man. He was a black guy. Ah, man, I guess I didn't save it. Yeah, I think it was an interview of a psychopath, something like that. But he was not even in his 20s. He was a teenager boy. But it's kind of creepy. Yeah, it was kind of creepy. Because but him, he said it looks like it's not he has a conscience. It's just he's aware of what he's doing is not right.
Right.
Because he said, the fact that, when you notice like everybody sees something wrong with you and you don't, so you started having depression.
Right.
Yeah, and it coupled with I think he had like bipolar too, something like that, because yeah, that's a mental illness and it comes coupled with other mental illness. So he said he would get depressive because he would realize the people don't accept him as he was. So he started getting help. And as you know, the therapist talked to him, he realized what he was doing is wrong.
Right. Did he change?
Somewhat, because he says now he tries to hold back. But it's that's the thing. They don't feel anything. They don't feel anything. They don't feel fear. They don't feel anger. They don't feel anything.
What happened in their formative years? Something happened.
No, it's something is imbalanced because they even scan their brain. And the brain from a psychopath is completely different from a normal brain. Something is the empathy, the part for the empathy, I think is the gland is way smaller.
Oh, really?
So that's why they have no empathy whatsoever.
Wow.
Not even empathy. They don't feel fear. They don't feel joy. They don't feel anger. They don't get scared. They don't get nervous. Don't get pressured.
Make a great boxer.
Exactly. That's why they tend to be narcissistic because they want the self-adulation because they don't feel anything. So when they're doing all that bullshit like the serial killer, they try to feel something, but that's kind of fucked up. Jesus. You gotta go to the extreme of cutting people up to feel something? What the fuck?
Well, can they have sex and feel something there? I mean, that might help.
That's the thing. There's some few of them that actually can marry and have children. They're attached to their family. People wonder how.
How does that work?
How? Because they don't feel anything.
Well, they're like, I can be a psychopath with everybody else except my family because they're me.
Yeah, and the wife will never suspect what's going on. They will never know. Yep.
That's crazy.
Hide it
very well. Hide it very well, isn't it?
Yep. It's crazy. Oh yeah, I found this interview. Yeah, Interview with a Psychopath. That's the name of it. And it's like a young black boy wearing glasses. That's the name of it. And basically, he was explaining the thought process, his thought process to understand better a psychopath. Yep. And on that note, we're gonna move. Yes, we're gonna move to the second subject. Something more, I don't know, more exciting and less glum than human trafficking and slave labor. So we're gonna talk about reality shows.
Wow, before you move on,
Yes.
it reminds me when you said human trafficking and slave labor. Human trafficking is when I moved my own self from point A to point B, from home to the job, and slave labor was when I was at the job.
Oh dear.
So I was guilty myself to that until I left.
Guilty of both.
But only on me.
I know, right?
Well, I guess that's what everybody is doing to themselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
That has a job that they go to and they hate it.
Oh, welcome to my club, but you need the money. So, like me right now, just keep a low profile because I know they don't like me. I know they're ready. They're retaliating, saying that it might end my contract. So I keep a very, very low profile. I don't talk to them. I just stay away from them. So,
right.
Yeah. Yeah, and try to help people as best as I can.
But sometimes it seems like it won't ever end because, look, I left the country and YouTube is still coming after me and my channel.
I know, right? I know. It's ridiculous.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. Not only YouTube, all of them. It's a wonder what platform can you possibly use? I mean, at the end, this is what should happen to me. It probably should be like, just like Google open source platform. Like you build it as you want, open source platform where people can do whatever. No, like, because if it's commercial free and if open source, but that's how YouTube was. That's the thing.
Well, see,
and
the
Google
thing is,
bought it.
Well, see, who's going to pay for the server space though to keep this content on there? That's when the rubber hits the road, and then you're going to have to advertise and whatever.
Yes.
And then
that was how Facebook was too, and then
it advertisers, they're paying to help keep you up. They have a say so in what goes. Corruption comes from,
unfortunately.
I found a way. I'm still exploring of doing this independently by not being on any platform at all. But see, the thing is that how are we going to get eyes on there? Like, you still have to have your foot in this
exactly
media to bring the people who don't know, because the truth of the matter is that most people will know you'll go somewhere independent and they're not going to share anything. They will not share.
Unfortunately.
True.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. It's white folks don't function like that. They will support you no matter what. If it wasn't true, why Trump is still in the fucking picture? Right.
No, but they support each other for real. I mean, even when they don't like each other, they support it because they know that genetic annihilation is hanging over their head. So they better be on code and do that because they're not population and going through fertility issues. So they're losing in numbers. So that's why I want to drag everybody else in. But with a platform like that, it just takes a little unity. I mean, even if you had, and I'm not going to reveal what I'm going to attempt to do, but what I'm saying is that, just a little bit of support for that, and you can let other people come on in. I mean, you set it up and it truly is independent, but it will take minimal amount of finances and unity in spreading it more so than anything else.
Right.
Spreading it. And as the server space grows and the space grows, because you're going to pull on the server space by watching the videos, because you see, people don't understand. And to get technical a little bit, but without revealing anything, I do have a dedicated server, but if I hit uploaded my videos to my dedicated server, and I had like maybe 1,000 or 10,000 people at one time watching the videos, that would suck down the space and would slow down the video. So this is why places and platforms like YouTube and Facebook and all this stuff, they have huge amount of servers and server space and whatever, and because every few seconds so much footage is up on YouTube and all of this stuff, so it's hard to compete with that, you know. So it would have to be an underground cult type of thing, still with much support and much spreading around of the news of it. But I'm just going to be honest, in my experiences, I have set up things and Black folks just don't go there. You set up this.
True. That's true.
No, Black folks don't support each other at all.
But okay, the folks here do, you know, as far as that's concerned.
They do. Here.
But what it takes, and I gotta say, not all the subscribers either. But what it takes is that kind of thing to share it and say, hey, go there. Just go there. Go there a little bit every day. Even if you don't give any money, just go there and put the word out and have other people work together. Okay, because look at this. I'm not gonna change the subject everything, but okay, look at the top most popular YouTubers that give you information, okay, and that do this. For whatever reasons it may be. Some may do.
Well, that's the thing too. Like you said, the only way you see them being famous is by holding up.
Well, see, this is the thing. Those who are on the top in whatever niche market they're in on YouTube who are Black, the majority of them are caught up in the ego. I ain't gonna work with him. Gonna get more popular than me.
No, man, holding up too. Remember when Chappelle said they wanted him to wear a dress, he didn't want it to. They're holding up.
I'm talking about between Black people who are on YouTube who have reputable platforms. You very seldom see them support each other. I've reached out to you down through the years, and I just basically gave up. It's not going to work. I'm not negative about it. It's just that it starts there. The technology is there, but it starts there. What if we all still had our own individual channels, but we combined our forces on one big strong thing and had people pitching in, not on YouTube, but in the independent way that I'm speaking about that I haven't revealed yet. Keep it going. And you go there every day. We bring something there every day, you know. But we're not going to do it. A lot of us not going to do it. From my point of view, from where I stand, all the years I put it, I see it. It's not going to happen. I have people that do things, and I've grown up with them, and I know them, and they're not going to do it. You know, or what? They're not going to do it. There's something inside of us, for the most part, that self-destructs. And we like, well, I ain't gonna do nothing. He's gonna get rich or he gonna get famous. I ain't gonna. There's something wrong with us, yo. And it's 90.
It's not only African American. It's just Black folks. You know, like for example, in Haiti, until the artists that come here to have like concert, they ain't gonna make no motherfucking money. You know,
that's true.
It is very sad that the most famous artists in Haiti, they die fucking poor. One of them died homeless. And he was very famous, a famous rapper in Haiti. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's how it happens in Jamaica too.
Yes, it's something that we're not. It's something that a lot of us are broken, and we're made back functional again to a point. It's like that dog that got run over by a car, and the one leg broke and healed back wrong. So now he's walking with a limp, but now that has become normal for him to walk like that. So it's become normal for us to be dysfunctional this way. To be against people. We start out good, and then once something happens after a time, it's going along good, and then we start hating on each other. We self-destruct, all this stuff. So I move with those who can move that way. And if a person gets better, I can work with them. But that thing they have in them to just want to come against self-destructive or just like a cannibal, like they want to eat their own leg. It just doesn't work. So this is why people say, well, how could you have lasted so long online? Because I'm ready to go solo. I'm ready to move solo. It doesn't surprise
you've been moving solo.
I've been, you know what I mean? So I expect it. But if you want to work along, I showcase people, push them out there and do whatever. I'm not saying you patients, but I'm just saying others who you don't even see. Things in them start self-destructing. The ego comes in. The narcissistic side comes in. And then they get mad when they see me keep going because I'm used to doing this on my own.
They do that bullshit in Africa too. Because I watched like the beef between DJ Arafat and some lady or with other people, other rappers. But Arafat died, and it's kind of sad. Every time I listen to his music, I cry. But man, he was the shit. DJ Arafat was the shit. And that's the thing too. I mean, you see the talent, the music is the bomb. But then you see 1,000 views, 10,000 views.
Yeah.
Like me, I buy the music. I support. I don't want to bootleg shit. I'll buy your music. You know, because I see the effort, I'll buy it.
There's not enough like you. Everybody wants to go bootleg or get the hookup or whatever. Nobody wants to. Like I've seen some Asians in Central Florida, right there across the street from the Caribbean market on what is it there? By Pine Hills Road and Silver Star Road, right? And Colonial Drive. I'm sorry, Colonial Drive, Route 50. And there's an Asian little strip market, the strip mall there, the supermarket. They got 2 or 3 buses on a transportation company, but they have a transportation company, right? They have all these things, and when you look at the license plates of those Asians who are coming there, they're not all in Orange County or Orlando. They come from far. I mean, I've seen them as far as Jacksonville and down to Palm Bay, and I haven't seen Miami, but I'm quite sure they drive all that way, and their families group up together in their little vans, and they spend money. And see, even if the money is a little more than what a Walmart would charge, they're going to their supermarkets and they're going to pay that price because in their mind, that is their community, that's their people, and
that's right.
And that's right. Duty. We're here in this country that's not ours, and we're here together. We're guaranteed, even when they have beefs and they're mad and they hate the store owner, they're still going to go there because they have to do it, because they know it can happen here in America. For some reason, we fight harder to join on to the enemy who's on code and get mad and want to march when we don't get something from a system that's not even ours. So they create their own system and support it, but we self-destruct. And when we have our own stuff, a brother or sister or group of people that have a business and it's maybe $5 above to pay for the same thing, yes, pay the $5. If you got 5 more, damn it, put it on the counter and say, hey, this is for you. But we don't do that. We don't do that. Just like every time I come down on a motorcycle from the main road over here where I live, and it's a long, long road, about 2 or 3 miles, and those motorcycle guys, they only charge X amount. And it's a little bit, but they're out there all day. Instead of giving 3, I'll give them 5 and 10. Why not? Especially if I have it.
Exactly.
So there's something with us, man. I'm convinced, and this is why I'm so cool right now. I'm not even mad no more because this is the way it is. And
that's the problem. Now we say it is the way it is. It is what it is. No, it shouldn't be the way it is.
I will continue to move in a way to change and seek out those who are in it for the long haul and not reveal themselves to be secret hater, narcissist type people. You know what I mean? So I still have a passion. My passion is amplified even more so after learning what was around me and the entities and these people who are not really about it, but they want to act like it because everybody wants to be the new Malcolm X. Everybody wants to be the new Bob Marley. Everybody wants to be the voice. Everybody wants to have the podium, but they don't want to do the work. You see how you're doing this?
Yeah, it's that before you even want to become Malcolm X, dedicate yourself to help others.
Exactly. You see the research you're doing? You're doing great research and it's helping people. You're putting in a lot of time in front of the keyboard, researching and doing things. You see what I mean? People just listen to somebody else and echo what they say and act like they're the ones first saying it. You know, let me shut up. We still got to move on to the next one, so I shut up.
Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely right what you're saying. And that's one of the patterns we need to break. Because the thing is, we always like the same thing with the reality TV. So instead of focusing on Black people like us and your brothers and sisters, you rather go to something that's not even real. The reality shows that they're actors, man. That's why they were cherry picked. They're not regular folks. They're actors. Like, for example, the Real Housewife of Atlanta. That's my shit. Sorry, but that's my shit. The drama Oh my God. It's like every time you're like, okay, I'm done. Oh my God. I gotta see what's gonna happen next. What the fuck? Especially you have a marathon on Hulu, like, oh shit, look what shit. Like, okay, like me, for example, I cannot stand Kenya. Kenya's fucking crazy, bro. Nene was the crazy one in the three first season, but then she got, started getting money probably from the show. So she changed her demeanor. She changed how she combed her hair, and she became somebody, especially when she got hired by Glee. So she became a completely different person.
Right.
That's why I think they added Kenya. Because it was Nene and Kim. Because that's the thing. In any reality show,
you gotta have the drama bringer.
Yes, they're specifically specific for that drama. That's why they were cherry picked. Because you can create drama. So for 4 seasons, it was Nene, and Nene was no longer there. So, but Kenya's Nene, before she became Hollywood famous, that lady was envious because you can see narcissistic, but basically borderline personality disorder. I could say a slew of mental illness just observing her. Yeah, because the way she was snapping on people for no reason.
Well, she had underlying,
No, obviously they
and
did.
you know what? Some of these things you wonder to yourself: did it really happen, or is it just contrived stuff for drama?
No,
because you remember when she was trying to find out who her real father was, and that was a drama unto itself.
Exactly.
And then supposedly the person who she called daddy all her life, once he found out that it was someone else, his friend or something, he stopped talking to her.
That situation should have been a private matter.
That's right.
It should have been a private matter. Because what happened, except was it Kenya? Because Kenya, that's why they gave her pretty much cut half her contract. Yeah, because they were supposed to get that 1.5 million. She got only $800,000 because she went and married without telling Bravo, and Bravo, the producers, got really mad that she didn't include
married
them.
To who?
The guy she just divorced. So
Greg?
No, not Nene. Kenya.
Oh.
No, Nene is the Real Housewife of Atlanta. Actually, she said it. She was the one who brought in all the others. Because they picked her first. Because the reason she was saying that was because Sheree was disrespecting her, like usual. And she's like, I brought you in. You be talking all that shit. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be there. I gave you a job. So in the same way, that's why she brought Kim. Because she said in the beginning, the producer were very skeptical because she white. But Kim can create as much drama as any. The Kim already sees she got narcissistic personality disorder, and she lied because she's narcissistic, so she lies constantly. But Nene is not that she lies. It's just because of her narcissism, she has a completely distorted view of reality. Or maybe it's because she's the one who was cherry picked for the drama. So now I'm saying you shouldn't put too much, because it's a show. It's not reality.
Right.
Yeah, the same way we know when Donald Trump had the Apprentice, this motherfucker was flat broke, okay? The TV producer actually repaired Trump Tower. Not only they paid him, they repaired Trump Tower for him. So probably it's the same way with those ladies. They get $1 million contract, but now I think it's 1.5 million. For the veterans, probably like Nene and Candy and Cynthia.
Right. True.
But the others that don't get as much money.
I figured that out, because initially when you first start seeing these things, I don't even watch them anymore. But when you first start watching them, you really think that there is serious drama going on. But when the shows go on hiatus, all of a sudden they're friends again. They made up. And then when
Yeah.
the show starts back again, they're arch enemies. It's like, come on.
It's like theater, like an opera.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah, obviously. Remember those redneck, whatever, rich hillbilly, whatever. What the fuck was the name of it? Because they had their own chocolate and they were Trump supporters. The hillbillies with their long beard who pretended to be hillbillies when they were not. Because they
Exactly.
were actors too. Because they actually found a picture of the guys that like dressed neat, without that nasty long beard, playing
Mhm,
golf,
mhm.
with other folks.
Yes, I saw that. And then his daughter was on Dancing with the Stars. Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're actors.
Mm-hmm.
But me, I don't know. Even though the actors, Kenya's damn. How can you manage to make everybody hate your ass? The level. Oh my God! Because you think it's real, it's not real. Because me, every episode, I'm like, damn, this bitch crazy, man. This bitch fucking crazy. No, she crazy. She fucking crazy. Like, oh my God. But it's like where you'd find the temerity to become that villain. Because you're not only denigrating yourself, you're
Money,
denigrating all of us when you
money.
behave that way. Yeah, I
Because
guess so.
she is friends with Portia. She's very good friends with Portia.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
interesting. So see, they were cherry picked for drama too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what they need. Because this show, this is how I learned that. This is a show I used to love. That was my shit until it got really fucking weird and I just stopped watching it. Because now because it was Nip Talk. Nip Talk was about, plastic surgeon, two plastic surgeons. I
Yes.
love that show. But it gets to a point where now there's a serial rapist raping men and women, slashing their mouth. Like, okay, that's a level weird. But then you get Sean's son who got arrested. He's in prison, and now his grandma telling him that he should be the bitch of the biggest gay guy. And I'm like, what?
Oh, I don't really watch any of those.
Yeah, as soon as I got there, I just stopped watching it because come on, man. I mean, how can your grandmother say something like that to your child? Like,
right?
but then there was one of the season before I got to that nasty point where I think it's after or before, where now they were invited to be part of a reality show. And they invited, you remember the show with Flavor Flav? Man, that nigga was ugly. Yeah. And there was New York. Yes, remember the girl, is it New York? The black girl? So she was in the cast. She was in the show Nip Talk. And because the viewers were saying that it's boring, the show's boring, so he invited New York and asked, what should he do? And she said, you need drama. You need to create drama. That's what keeps the attention. You need to create. And that's how I'm like, every time you say you're gonna like enough, like, oh my God, you gotta see what's gonna happen next. Before you know, you're addicted to that bullshit. Before you know it, I wanted to watch 2 episodes. I already watched 6. God damn it.
Oh wow.
It's a trauma. Because she said that's how you keep it like entertaining and interesting. One of y'all gotta create drama. So what he did, he brought one of Sean's lovers to start creating drama in the clinic. And that's how the show became interesting.
Oh wow.
So it's not, but to me, it's just, I don't know. It's holding up, man, holding up. Because I don't agree with it. Even though, even as a show, I don't, not even for money. I'm not gonna behave that way for people to call me all kind of name and actually portray the names they're calling me. No.
Well, you know, a lot of the housewives on the Atlanta series, the ones that only lasted for one season or maybe 2 seasons, they got rid of them because they weren't
Complying?
controversial enough. You know, they weren't ratchet. They weren't creating
Exactly.
drama. They weren't trying to cuss and carry on with every other
Yes.
cast member. So they couldn't last because there was no excitement to their character. They were literally,
Exactly.
they were playing themselves. You know,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
want the
remember,
ratchetness. And that's the thing that you should pay attention to. It's white
hmm
folks who wants the ratchetness, who is
hmm
encouraging this white ratchetness in them. Because
right.
we well know black people don't behave like that. Suburban black people don't behave like that. And
Especially
that's
when you have
why,
money. Forget,
yeah,
like upper suburbs. If you have
yeah,
that kind
they
of
don't
money,
behave like that.
you are not gonna. None of these shows with these black women in there. You have doctors and the doctor. You think I would go to one of those doctors behaving so ratchet behind
I know,
ridiculous?
right?
No. Mm-mm. That's when you know it's all fake.
Exactly. That's how I know it's all fake.
I'm not
Because
gonna have that kind of money and act like an ass. You wouldn't even
yeah,
see me. You wouldn't even know where I live. You wouldn't even see me. Please.
exactly.
They
Exactly.
tried that. They tried that with the church. You remember that one pastors of LA? And
Oh
they
yeah.
tried to do that. And that lasted all of, I think, 2 seasons.
Yeah, with the entourage. Because they have an entourage. Why a pastor has an entourage, man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's messed up. Because on the first season, Atlanta was like, no, you don't represent us.
Right. Right.
Atlanta was like, no, you do not represent us. You do not behave like us. Because this is nasty. This is just, but it's the ratchetness, man, that keeps you hooked. God damn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not me.
But the point is, it's not real. They're actors. I mean, it's sad that because me, I don't like Kenya. I don't, it's I think it's a
Oof.
tad too much.
Excuse me.
I
Mm-hmm.
preferred Nini ratchetness, but Kenya takes that shit to the next level. God damn. It's like that's a level of ratchetness I never seen in my life. It's just whoa. The bitch is angry, aggressive, hostile, and she's promiscuous. How can you be hostile and promiscuous? Goddamn. And she's narcissistic. She's narcissist. Everything you tell her is distorted in her mind and come out somewhere different. What you tell her, she distorted and see it a different way. It's like, something wrong with you.
They're all
But
narcissistic.
I guess, yes, that one was cherry picked to create drama. Because they need that. If they don't have that, you will not be hooked. You're not watching anymore.
They're all narcissistic. They're all
Exactly.
ridiculous.
That's why the first time I got bored. Like, whatever. I think I got to that season 2 and then I'm like, enough. Enough. Because at one point, yeah, probably I would get bored again. I'm like, oh, enough. Tired. Enough drama. Goddamn. Too much drama.
I watched it for a while. I'm not even going to lie. I watched it for a while. I did. I watched it for a while. I really did. And I really and truly stepped away from watching TV at all last year when this whole COVID thing started. And I told myself I did not want to I just didn't want to be on television. What is that noise?
Oh, that's that.
Oh,
I'm hot.
okay.
Oh, let me mute it. Let me
Okay.
mute it. Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
It's okay. It's okay. I know what it is.
Pulled the head away a little bit, and that's why, because she was blocking it. So.
Okay. Yeah. Last year, I told myself I didn't want to watch any news. I wasn't going to get caught up in, all the foolishness on television anymore. And I just stepped away from it. So I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Brother Lance said something today about Clarence Williams III, and
Yes.
I had to go look. I didn't even know what happened. I did not know. So
He passed away, but you won't hear about that en masse
right.
in the forefront. But the stupid stuff we do is showcased. And since so many of us want attention with the stupid stuff, we're going to do that to get attention and degrade ourselves. And even in our own personal relations and our inner circles, most of us go on with that stuff, and that this is the phenomenon I'm seeing now. It's like there's no cutoff point with the age. It's like it used to be a thing where, okay, teenagers and into your 20s and whatever, after a while, you get to be 30, you're not doing this stuff.
Exactly.
There's drama until you die. I mean, there are people who are in their 50s and 60s going on like kids and hating what the next one accomplishes and trying to block them from seeing success and whispering about them. Don't they realize that they can just up it, that this might be their last day? You know what I mean?
True.
More and more on certain levels in my life, I'm becoming more of a hermit. I just want peace and quiet. I just want to be unseen in certain areas of my life. I don't mind being seen and known to a point on social media. You have to, but on other areas, you won't see me. I'm a hermit. I'm an extrovert, but I'm a hermit. I'll be an extrovert with the people. But as far as other people and their bad energy, you won't have to worry about seeing me because you done played your cards and showed you behind. With me, it is too stressful to be involved in it's like they thrive on it. They're like weeds that thrive on certain things in the garden and choke off all goodness. Oh no, I'm going to enjoy these years, these decades. Whatever I have left, I'm going to enjoy drama-free. You have to really try hard to see me and you won't. But these people, they have drama and they want to share the drama. No, you can have of drama that you're allotted. I don't want none of it. You can have it. I might be peeking.
But it's population control. That's the way to keep you hooked. It's population control. Because now you have this new generation who's on social media. See where the drama transcended to social media as well. Because remember, was it last year they had this crazy chick who was eating her own excrement on TikTok? And do
Stop it.
You see my face.
Stop it.
I'm disturbed. I didn't see it. I don't want to see that.
No.
Jesus. That girl already is not that cute. Okay, so every time it's either she's showing her coochie or she's showing her either showing her coochie or her bum on her bum hole. On Instagram, TikTok, Jesus fuck. She gets banned over and over and over, and she's still creating she's still creating new profile to post them nasty shit.
Literally,
I call it soggy logs.
But it's again, she does this shit to get attention. But damn, you got to get to that extreme to do that. What the fuck? Jesus. You know, especially if you're black.
Eating
Yeah, because there was one. She contacted another celebrity on Instagram, and that whole stupid. Why would you respond to a crazy ass hoe? And as soon as she responded, she saw her showing her vagina. She was camming her vagina. The girl was in so much shock. She was screaming. Ah! I mean, why are you screaming? It's just a vagina. I mean, that would be flabbergasted. Like, what the fuck? You know, scream like, what? I don't know. Maybe I see many dick pictures, but I would be like, yeah. Like, what the hell? But the girl was screaming, man. So come to find out, somewhere they like find video talking about her, like reviews, and we find out that she was as a child victim of sexual abuse. That's why she's so fucked up in the head. Cause she had a daughter, and she keeps showing videos of the daughter and saying that she's going to have her pimped out, that she's gonna beat her, she's gonna kill her, all that stuff. And that's what got people really concerned. They called Child Protective Services, but they find
Right.
out that the child never ever lived with her. As soon as the child was born, the child stayed with her grandparents because she has a severe mental illness. And it's understandable. I mean, maybe it's one of her personalities. Because usually when children go through that bullshit, it breaks the ego.
It
Like
splits
when I mean
them.
ego, yeah. Ego means you, the ego, you, self. This it breaks the psyche, and they're like, I'm out. I'm done with this shit. And it gets replaced by something else. But
Exactly.
myself, I believe that's something else. You didn't create it. It's an entity. You didn't create it.
You got a point.
Yeah, no, I'm going to prove it to you. Because there's one girl, I was listening to, I'm like, bitch, you possess. Dying, you didn't create that. You possess. Because she said, she started noticing, like, she's not thinking, but somebody's thinking for her. She's not doing anything, but somebody's doing something. Okay. But then she said, it's as she go through therapy and hypnosis, she started to realize why they were created. It's because she didn't name who did it, but it seems like several people sexually abused her. So she said she was in so much shock of what she saw, she started isolating herself from those people.
Right.
But this is where I say that bitch is possessed. Because as soon as she started doing that, she said one of the egos started attacking her. Like, you know, like, why would it? Because normally when the egos with those person alters, they're here to protect you from what's actually going on. That's why you don't remember. They do.
I feel like I say this, and this is my opinion because I happen to be living with it, dealing with it. But there are my mother has dementia, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And there are times when I am convinced that it's not just her mind shifting. I am convinced that it's a different entity that takes over her body, that takes over her whole self being.
Yeah, because the psyche is different.
Yes,
So,
it's a totally different personality. And when it's not there, that's the reason why they don't recall whatever they did. It's not just a matter of not knowing who you are and so on. Yeah, they try to explain that away, but I really feel like because you no longer have your filters, right?
Yep.
Your spirit is open to any kind of possession, so to speak.
You're right about that. Because
You
in
know what
her
I'm saying?
case, she said the entity started like being really mean with her, saying really demeaning stuff to her. It started distracting her. She couldn't focus in her work. She couldn't focus on anything. That when it would take over, it would like trash her apartment and write stuff like really demeaning stuff. So I'm like, no, bitch, that's not an altar. That's a spirit. You're possessed. That's not normal. Because I never heard of altars. Actually, there's another one where I was watching this doctor. He was saying that the personality disorder is he was comparing it to schizophrenia, that it's all in the mind. No, sir, that's not. There's a spiritual thing going on too, because he was associating what happened to Annalise. You know, that's the example they use for the exorcism of Emily Rose. So the actual girl name is Annalise. She was German. And no, she went a step further than the movie of Emily, because she was eating her own thing. And basically she died of starvation because the demon wouldn't let her eat. So that's what she said. I don't know. Because I listened to the recording. I don't know. I hear a child. I don't hear a demon. So I will have to be there to see that. Because there's actually videos of actual exorcism. Those people, because there's one. Yeah, I even showed a snippet of it, like in the video I did about zombification, where that guy, No, he had demons on him. Because that's why the whole footage, no, he was possessed. He was a French monk who was doing the exorcism. No, he was possessed. But this girl saying that they're trashing your house. But normally, the altar is here to protect you from what's going on, so you don't remember what's going on. That's why if you interview all the altars, they remember exactly what happened because they don't age, so they remember specifically what happened.
And who you say this is now?
I don't remember her name, but it's
no,
just there was
the who protects you, the altar, the altars.
In a sense, that's what they say. Like all of them, they said the altars there to protect them, like to protect, to basically to shelter them for what's happening.
Okay.
Like there's one in Australia. She has 2,500 altars. Goddamn. 2,500
altars. ALR. How do you spell that?
ALTER, I think. Yeah, altars. Alter egos. Yeah.
Altars. Okay. Altars. Okay.
2,500. Because every day her father would rape her. She said she would create another one. But I don't think it was her. Because she said, here's another altar who's telling another altar, go take some of it. So today's your turn.
Oh my God.
Like, how can you witness one altar tell another altar go get raped? No, you got spirit in you, girl. I don't know if it's 2,500, but you're possessed. And this is why I say that, because there's this Asian girl. She explained how, that's why I think they're possessed. I mean, I don't say in a negative way, because normally the spirit's supposed to be benevolent and protective. That's why they take over, because there's, what's her name? I'll find her name. There's this girl, it's just, after she been sexually abused also. But like, you know, when you, it's like I said the last time, when you've been in a pattern of abuse, you tend to fall again in abuse again over and over. I think it's a vibratory thing. You attract abusers. So she said over and over, that's how she realized that she was being abused, because she would like blink out and like be conscious several weeks later. She would find herself in alleys or in a car, and she have no idea how she got there.
Oh my God.
So the altars would take all the beating and abuses and rape, and she doesn't know anything about it. But like she said, there's like she has 6 altars. Like some of them she cohabit with, like she can see what they're doing. But some of them, like she said, the more she's combative with them, they would basically shut her out. Like she has no idea what's going on. Like she completely blank out. She has no idea what's going on. She would wake up like weeks, months later. So right now, I guess it got to her because she started having suicidal thought and depression. I can probably it's the fact that I think it's because she exposed herself too much on social media. I think that's what it is. And you start having those, you know, asshole calling you all kind of names, and like, no, I wouldn't.
That's
if I was like that, yeah.
It's very much a real thing. I've heard of that type of anxiety. But there's no real long-term studies on it, because you know, we have a time under our belt with social media, those of us who are adults. But I mean, for those who grew up in it and have to deal with that, that is a whole different way of the brain coping. With the emotions and the comments. I'm already dyed in the wool. I'm an older person anyway, so I'm like, you know, yeah. But for some now, you know, you imagine going through those formative stages of adolescence, and you're 14 and 15 and 16, 17, and you have those things that you're unsure of, that you're a little insecure of in that time, and you get bullied, or you get, you know, it does something to you, and you're not going to be where you should be when you get into your 20s and 30s. It just takes
exactly.
You know, it's not a normal development that's going on there, and we're morphed now and different. And I'm not knocking the youngsters because it's messed up a lot of the older folks too, because a lot of us are not used to getting this kind of attention. You know, imagine, and I'm not going to pick on women, you know, I'm just saying to have a starting point, because we can go, and that's a whole other subject, but imagine a woman who never got much attention from men, and she never wondered why, and she just had that kind of life, nice person, nice personality, but then she gets on social media and she gets the nasty old dirty horny men want to send her pictures and tell her how beautiful she is. All of a sudden it's like, whoa, I'm getting this attention now. And
I know.
You know, and she gets into it now, and so now she lives a secret life, because I actually have known people like this, right? They go to church, and they have the family, they have the kids or the grandkids, and I kind of know like their secret life, and they're like, I really feel bothered because they're like an internet nymphomaniac by night and the church lady by day. This is all I'll say it, you know, out of respect, but there was a lady I knew who had an internet sex addiction at 72, 73 years old.
Oh, Lord.
Quietest church lady, and praise the Lord Jesus, so and whatever, and lived.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
But she would
How
get
you know? How you know? How you know? How you know? How you know?
Like, I can like share the link because me, when I see those videos, I keep them. So I can share the link and the video so you can like access it. You'll see all the personality. I mean, all the mental illness, because I like to like learn about them to understand them, especially the psychopath. I'm mostly fascinated by narcissists and psychopaths because both of them, they don't feel anything. It's a different world. But to stay focused, that's why I'm saying that actors, the most famous actors, they either bipolar or have multiple personality disorder. Roseanne says she has it. Beyonce says she has it. Because Beyonce said when she's on the stage, it's Sasha Fierce. It's no longer Beyonce.
Somebody else, takes over.
Okay.
And a lot of these actors, especially a lot of these extreme roles that they play, they have to take on that personality. You know. And once they do, a lot of them have to go to therapy to extricate it from themselves. And do they really ever, you know, does it really ever go away?
What they do is called depersonalization. Like me, I kind of do it. This is how you know you depersonalize. It's like, for example, you find yourself completing something, or you don't know how you complete it, or like you were about to do something when you realize it's already done and you don't remember doing it.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
No, I have it. I have it. Especially, you know, when you went through like abuse and stuff. So you will depersonalize. Yeah, it's the PTSD. It does that. It's just like you want to create the alter ego, but just something else take over. But it's not other like spirit. It's just on the other side of you take over.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's me. Like, for example, the stuff I write, I'm like, did I write that? I mean, every time stuff I write, every time I'm like, I wrote that? I did? Okay, that's called depersonalization. So in a sense, when I write, forget it. I'm in the zone. I'm gone. I'm in the zone. I'm somebody else. So So we gotta understand that, especially because we're talking about reality shows and those personality on social media who have fake boobs, fake this, fake that, and use filters. It's not reality. You know, and you shouldn't, to come to the third topic, you shouldn't base your life or your success in life, or even you cannot compare yourself with them. I don't compare myself to anybody. Because that only makes you unhappy. Because you don't see what's good in your life anymore. All you see is what they have, and you don't.
That's the truth.
That's the truth, indeed.
Okay? You don't see that you live with a loving family. You don't see that you live in a house where, you know, it's paid for. You know, the rent is paid for.
That's
food's
true.
on your
That's
table
true.
every day. All you do is pay attention to what Beyonce has, what Nene has, and you don't.
But check this out. Check this out. You have those people who are like that actually have. They may have millions of dollars. They may have all the material possessions in the world, and they're still like this. Now, check this out. This is something I personally know. They see you with far less, much less, but you're happy with it. And you're content with it, and you're doing your own thing, and they get mad at you for not being like that. If you were like them and they have more than you, you're supposed to be looking at them like, oh my God, you have this, you have this, you have that. But now you up mental because they're like, wait a second, how are they like this? How are they happy and they don't have this and have that? You see,
they doesn't know what to value.
Exactly.
You know, like in my house, we don't value money like that. Yeah, we need it to survive, to organize. But we value a family, being a family or relationship more than we value what we have.
Right.
Yeah, that's what makes you survive. You know, it's just because all you will do is be really unhappy and pay attention because you're like, why I don't have this job?
Exactly.
Why can't I have this? Why
comparing
can I have that?
yourself?
Yeah, I'm saying it because I used to be one of them. I mean, that didn't. I used to be one of them. You know, especially when I was going through all that bullshit at the Coast Guard, I used to be one of them. You know, and you know, the thing is, I used to work there, and I used to watch at the bottles of Chanel, and I could never afford them. Now I have one drawer, and I bought for $200, and I have one Chanel bought for $250. And now I'm aiming to get Tom Ford. That is $475. So I see, it's not a patient of the damn. It's just I pay attention to me and what makes me happy. I'm not comparing myself to them. It's just I want it for myself, like an accomplishment for myself. Although you know I do save half my money. That's why I cannot have it yet because I have to save to finally get it. And the same way I have it, they last a year or more with me. I always smell good, but I'm not like George, my brother. God damn, a perfume cannot last a month. I don't know how he does it, because his perfume were really expensive, at least $100 to $200.
Yes, I know somebody that does that. Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm joking, man. Like, what the?
The house from the basement to the top floor, from the basement to the top floor.
That's
you
how
could
I know
tell.
he coming. I can smell him. That's how I know when he coming.
Yep. Same thing.
You know, if it was some cheap ass perfume, but damn, like Tom Ford is like almost $200. Oh, now, right now he doesn't do that because he works at home. Like me, you know, every day, man, I spray 4 times. 4 times. That's why they last so long. Like, and that's it. But George, especially now, you know, he has this bad habit. He only showers at midnight. So when he has to go pick up my mom, he go without showering. So because he didn't shower,
oh my God.
Jesus.
Cover the funk.
I know, right?
Oh,
there's
gosh.
even this thing like in France. And in France, they'll tell you when a woman really smells super good. Like
that's because she's dirty.
That's why. Yeah. When it smells super good like that, you know what's up. Because you know it's super cold, so they don't shower. So actually, they don't. That what they do, they just change their panties.
They shower once a week.
Exactly, and instead of like changing panties, they just put like, you know, I don't know, like a pad on it, so the liquor goes on the. But goddamn, that's nasty.
Please stop.
Shower.
For real, straight crop sauce.
I know, because you know I'm Haitian. I used to shower twice a day in Haiti, so especially 3 times. If it's fucking hot, forget it. I will shower 3-4 times. But to walk like that, goddamn.
That is gross.
It is. It is.
But I know I used to live in England. You know, that was when I was living there all those years ago. And most times you took a real bath once a week. and you just washed up every day, every day. Otherwise, it was just, hot the water, put it in the tub and do what you got to do. But being Caribbean, regardless of whether you took an actual bath or you washed up, everything had to be clean. There was no such thing. You know what I'm saying? There was no stone left unturned.
Yeah.
But every fold and wrinkle had to be washed. But I know.
I use a pressure shower.
Brother Lance.
I'm over here just enjoying the conversation.
Hush up.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Had to be free from
Yes, it had to be. It had to be, and but the other folks, the natives to that country, I mean, they literally, it would be once a week and nothing else got touched during the week, and they would wash up in the sink, brush the kitchen sink. I'm talking now, brush their teeth, wash their face in the kitchen sink. I've seen it, so nobody can come at me and be like, "That's a lie." I lived it. I've seen it happen.
They do it. They do it. It's kind of gross. Kind of gross. Kind of gross. Kind of gross.
The sink, you gotta wash that. You can't clean it out with soap and water. But come on now, it's like, oh my God.
Yep.
My dad used to go off these nasty blah blah blah.
Yes, kind of gross. Kind of gross.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But it took it, back and forth. So it's just there's no point compare. It's like, for example, those people flaunting their yacht. Like right now, Bill Gates is showcasing the yacht that he's having built for him. The yacht going to cost almost $500 million.
From the COVID. Oh, never mind. Oh God, I keep forgetting. Okay. Yeah.
I know, right?
Huh? What happened?
You must say the other word, but you're going to say, well, covert. You know what I mean?
Covert, yes. Covert activities.
Covert. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay.
It's a terrible thing where you got to censor yourself.
But when you like these people,
like,
it's to wonder, because they buy the yacht not really for themselves. It's to showcase.
It's just a showcase.
It's
exactly,
retarded. Because like those billionaires, they buy the expensive condos. It's for reality shows to showcase what they have.
And tax write-off.
That's vanity. It's vanity. I mean, I want that. I don't want that. I mean, like right now, I'm planning like the apartment I'm gonna have. I'm gonna do a floor wall, but it's just because that's my studio. That's where I'm gonna work too, so I can showcase that because I'll take myself right in front of it. But these people, it's not for business. Actually, no, probably they get paid for it too. But
a lot of it is for tax write-offs too. They buy it and they keep it, and every year they can, they can either claim depreciation or cost of repair or whatever.
Yeah, but when you look at it, they buy it to just show those who don't have, because they invite shows who don't have to see what they have.
Yeah,
it's kind of fucked up.
Look at what they could do with that. Look at them. Look at the amount of things they could do with that 500 million. But then population control says that they don't want to have to do anything for anybody else less fortunate.
Yeah. Because he does donate money, Bill Gates, but to nude, but it comes with the mass sterilization and death. It is what it is. So, and when I was watching the show, go ahead, Lance, and then I'll say it.
Oh, I was just saying that's crazy. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Talking out loud.
That's the thing. those new rich folks and they buy their mega yacht and all that expensive shit in the yacht. The thing is, they're the new rich. And the old aristocrat, they don't want nothing to do with them. So every time, the people they invite on the boats are the exact personnel who serve them.
Boy.
That's why I'm saying it's a vanity. Because basically now you're showcasing for your maid.
Exactly.
And the design. Like, what the
exactly.
fuck? What the fuck? Like when they go to Montenegro, to Monaco, so they're like competing who got the biggest yacht, who has the most expensive. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Those things are the size of a fucking cruise ship. What kind of fucking competition is this?
And half the time they have to be concerned about high seas piracy too. That's the next thing.
Yeah. Like some of them, they're icebreakers. Why the fuck you need the icebreaker? Why you need an icebreaker? Are you the army?
They're going into Alaska. They're going into, the barren straits of, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, the fucking plane go to Alaska. Jesus Christ. Then I don't need no icebreaker. What if I get caught up in the Arctic and fucking die with freezing my ass? Forget that, man. This is stupid.
They have helipads on most of those mega yachts,
all of them
right?
have helipads. All of them.
Okay.
Because there's one right there on South Beach. This thing, that boat was sold several times, and now the latest one is a multi-billionaire who owns it. And just like you said, it's an icebreaker with a helipad. But that boat is probably 50 years old. But it's huge. Huge. Yeah, like a cruise ship.
Right.
The Dubai, not Dubai, MBS, the Saudi prince, his too is worth $500 million. And there's the other guy too, I forgot his name, another Saudi prince. His is close to $1 billion, man. How can you have a yacht worth $1 billion? And Saudi Arabia is even more. It's like Nigeria. It's only the Saudis have the money. Actually, a percentage of the Saudis have the money. The rest is illiterate and poor. The rest of the population is illiterate and poor, and brutalized under Sharia law.
Right.
So these assholes, they go to Turkey, to Montenegro, to Italy to flaunt their money, because they said as soon as they get to Turkey, they order prostitute. Meanwhile, they're stoning women for adultery. And as soon as you get to Turkey, that's the first thing they do. They ask for prostitute right at the airport. They ask for drugs, alcohol, and prostitutes. MBS got caught up in a scandal where he went to his private island and ordered 50 girls.
Yeah, he's gonna sleep with all 50.
No, usually they're hire models, beautiful models. But those models, they know what they hired for.
Well, we have a lot of celebrities over here who, especially the big popular ones, they will be paid. They will get paid to go over there and just be, the showpiece.
Yes,
Yeah. So that's why I said you cannot compare yourself to these people. Some of them fucking demons. Bill Gates is a fucking demon, okay? MBS, that's a demon. Because you cannot having three women raped and beaten for months because they drove a car. Meanwhile, you're having sex with 50 women on your private island. Like, you have women beat and raped for driving a car, man. What the fuck? Fuck. It's the same thing with where there's another prince. It's in Indonesia. I forgot the island. Is it Malaysia or Indonesia? I forgot. But this guy, no, it's a small island around Indonesia, but yeah, it's a small island. So it's one of the richest countries in the world. And again, they're Muslim. So again, you get those American models, supermodels who come to the Sultan or whatever the hell he is, king, for him to have his orgies. And meanwhile, adulterers get their hand cut off or they get stoned to death.
Yeah.
It's messed up. That is messed
It's
up.
like it's like you can't even really find commentary for stuff like that because it's just so
these people
unfair.
are corrupt as fuck, and they're cutting people's hand and feet for dumb shit and stoning people for dumb shit.
And they're living the altered life. Yeah.
That made no sense.
The common folk has to abide by the laws, abide by the Quran, abide by all of the the religious rules and regulations, but they're above that.
Yeah. Well, like in Turkey, I can understand there's a law, but that's been there for centuries. Like like you said, the common folks, they don't have the same rule with the royalties. Like, for example, a princess has the right to divorce. Versus anybody else, you cannot.
Right. See?
They can divorce. Because there was this lady that became a concubine of the Sultan. I forgot his name. That was in the almost 1800, because that was the time of Napoleon. Because she was the cousin of Josephine, Napoleon Bonaparte's first wife. And she's known for that. Her name was Amy. And when she became when she was sold to the Turkish harem, she became Nakshidil. And Nakshidil became very famous because she was the French concubine that was advising the Sultan. But the thing is, there was this documentary I saw about harem. And there's always have the wrong perception about the harem. Because they would think that they're just like piling a whole bunch of women that don't know how to read or write. No, that's not true. When Nakshidil or Amy, when she became Nakshidil, she was taught how to speak Turkish. She was taught how to speak Arab. She was taught how to write. She was trained in philosophy, mathematics. Yeah. Because the sultans, they want literate concubines. So there say also, normally when you think it's the sultans who are making political decision, no, it's the women. Because before any this political decision is decided, it has to run through the head concubine. Usually, like the minister, the PM, they consult the concubine or the sultan before any political decision is made. So the power really is in the harem and not actually in the sultan's court. So to get back to subject, because I keep deviating, we're talking about the third subject, to be content with what you have. So yeah, I do understand. Maybe right now you're struggling. Maybe right now, thing may be hard for you. Thing was hard for me too. So I got to a point where, like in Orlando, I would spend a couple of days with no food in the house because I have no money. But the thing is not to watch what others have. Just focus on yourself. Focus on a way out of your situation. That's how you should focus. Don't focus on what others have and what you do.
Exactly.
Focus on a way out, how you can get out of it. You know, and when you did get out of it, don't focus on what you still don't have. Focus on the fact that you can provide for your family. You can pay your bills. You can afford a car. Focus on that. And please do not give your fucking money to any pastor. Okay, so you cannot be struggling, and when you finally get out of it, that money you work, sweat and bled for, you're handing it over to some assholes who don't give two shit about you. Guess what? Basically, he's a hoe because he lies to get your money. Okay, because if he doesn't lie, you're not gonna come back in his church. He said, "Get your money." I think I'm good. It's your time. Your turn, Lance. I'm good.
We're on pastors now. Pastors are nothing more than pimps.
Exactly.
For real. You know,
yeah.
and you have some who have a good intention in their infancy when they don't know, but when they realize that they're part of something bigger and they have to keep the masses fooled and they're schooling on this. And those who don't know it, well, maybe they're deemed insignificant and they'll never be approached to that level. But if you have potential and you're doing this thing for the Lord, it's not for that. You can't go mess up now. You can't go tell truth when you're in that position because you're going to mess it up for the other ones. So it makes you wonder, makes you see that nothing really changes as long as they're in that position. You know, the politicians and the preachers, they're the same way, and they'll just shake hands and say good things, whatever, but nothing's going to change. You know what I mean? So that's why I choose to move solo away from both of them. Like I said, I'm the pastor.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to be a politician
in my life. You know what I mean? You know, because what do they really do? Really and truly.
Yep. They're hoes because they have to lie. If they don't lie, you know, you won't pay them. The same way with the politician. That's why you keep seeing Kamala Harris flip-flopping. Today she said one thing, tomorrow she said something else, tomorrow she said something else. So, because did she show up on TV saying that racism doesn't exist in the United States? She didn't say that shit when she was running. Because before she started running, she was Indian.
How things change, right?
Yeah, she became black when she started running. Okay? She became black. And that's not the only thing. She did some real shady thing, like keeping black folks in prison, you know, just because she gets the kickbacks. There was this major scandal where several victims of rape by a Catholic priest, and she squashed it for our political favors with the church.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why I mean, no matter what the fuck she said, I'll still give you the snake eye. You fake as fuck. Yo, no matter what, you fake as fuck. You know? I heard too, what's his name? Cory Booker is a gangbanger. I don't know. I don't know.
Wait. He's a gangbanger.
Yeah, that's what I say. He was a gang. That's what he was, Cory Booker.
Wow.
And he just got cleaned up and started running for office.
Was he a gang, like a gang Crip and blood gang banger, or was he a porn gang banger? Which one was he?
No, Crips and Bloods. Yeah. Crips and Bloods. You know, but I would not be surprised, you know, because of Jersey with the high crimes in Newark, because he's from Newark, right? I would not be surprised.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, honey, Cory Booker, because I saw Rugrats, all that wrote like, yes, Cory Booker was a gangbanger. That's what I heard. Because I have when I was at the university, one of the students like told me, yeah, because she was from Jersey, from Newark, and she said that's where he was. So that wouldn't explain that his realness, but that's the thing. How come you're a game maker, but you cannot keep it real? Like you're holding up. I guess money does change people, but not to the point of become a hoe. I don't know. Like you basically say what people want to hear. I think I'm not interested in politics either because I need my freedom to speak my mind. I need it. You know?
Wow. I'd like to know what their little backroom meetings are like that changed them. What did they tell them that scared the mess out of them to just make them change who they are?
Yeah, because I think if he would have kept some of that realness, most likely he would have been the presidential candidate in the primary. It just he kept flip flopping just like Kamala Harris. Yeah, I guess you should have been that. You should have showed the real nigga, and you would have passed. It would have vexed the white folks, but black folks would have seen the realness. Just saying. Because Trump is crass as fuck, and he grabs pussy. But she still now that he became president, he's saying he thinks that people can put him back as president without running, okay? And this nigga grab pussy left and right. I'm just saying.
He can grab it, but this age, he ain't doing too much with it any other way.
It's crazy. Oh, before we switch, okay. Like Bill Gates always showing his face. Guess why Bill Gates doesn't show his fucking face anymore for the vaccine and all that mess?
What's up with that?
Because he was on the Lolita Express several times.
Uh-oh.
So that's why they came up with this bullshit about the divorce. They don't tell you why. Because people are isolating them from Bill Gates. He used to be often in the Lolita Express. That's why you don't hear about him anymore.
Hey.
You know? So, I don't know if there's some truth at it, but maybe because I read the FBI report. I think I can share it. Where he said in it, like people you think that doing those satanic things, it's not who you think. It's not who you would ever expect.
Right.
Because he said that most of the time it is happening in the super rich, with the super rich, I say like group, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. Like for example, he said like a good percent, probably like 40%, I don't remember, of the children who disappear because here in the United States, 500,000 children disappear each year. 40 to 50% of them, they are used in ritual sacrifice or being abused sexually, like for satanic things.
This is, and it's well established too.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's an FBI report. It's not conspiracy theory. It is. All right, let me find it and share it. It's the FBI report. So, yeah, the same way with the MK Ultra, because people thought it was. Because the thing is, I was trying to decipher where the trend of mass shooting coming from. So I started like researching about MK Ultra, and that's how I fell on the sacrificial, on the satanic rituals with children, and that's how I found the S. Because the guy, he was giving theories, but he had receipts for everything he was saying. There were receipts. So, and I try to keep it the same way. If I talk about something, Oh shit! Actually, I have the list of Jeffrey Epstein, so I'm thinking if I can share that too. I have it, the list of people he used to interact with. So I'm gonna see. I don't know if it's there, but I have it too. So I'm gonna share it in the chat room too, because I have it on my Google Drive. Let's see if I can find satanic ritual. So meanwhile, you guys can talk because I got focused on finding a thing. yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Wow. This is so deep, though. Seriously, it's like the more you dig, the more you find.
I know.
Yeah.
You can exhaust yourself finding after you dig, because it's like, I'm not saying it's sweet like a good thing, but it's just like it hits your brain in a phenomenal way, and you realize this is not fiction. So you keep digging, because it's like you realize that all these decades, all these years, you've been
All the
fooled.
lies.
Things. But could you imagine a person who?
That's a reason more not to follow those celebrities, those super rich.
But that's their job, to fool you. But could you imagine a person who really puts all the dots together and connects all the dots late one night, some night, and they say, "Oh my God, I really realized I've been fooled with this religion and fooled with this whole hierarchy of the world that they give to me."
Yeah, pastors are involved in that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know where they are. I have them in a drive because I cannot find them, so I'm gonna look for them, and I have a drive because I keep it in a separate drive. And I can find their side of file, so it's hard to find them. So I gotta dig to find them. But I have all
you
of them.
you could email it to us.
Oh yes, I'm going to email that to you guys. So yeah, okay.
That's
Now I
crazy.
have the Jeffrey Epstein. I have it. All right. Where's the Jeffrey Epstein? God damn it, I have it. Where I put it? I know I have it. Yeah, I know I have it because I have there's like hundreds of books in that library. That's why I cannot see it. So let me just write Epstein. So Epstein, see if that will show up. All right. Yeah. So I got to find, because it's like there's even Haitian family, and I'm surprised. Some of the name, there are Haitian the wealthy families, and like Bijo, and they're in the list too. So yeah, Epstein.
Well,
Yeah.
We'll save that for another.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here's the book. The guide to actually they already shared with Lance. He has access to it because all of them were shared. So he heard.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm about. Yeah. So I'm about to share it anyway again. So, but you have access to them. So it's called Guide to Allegation of Ritual Child Abuse. So I'm about to send it to you right now. And I can also put it in the chat, or unless you want to post it on the site or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put it right up on the site.
Yeah, because I'm not making this up. It's actual, but that's the thing that happened in I think 1993. My question is, why did it not update that study? Why it had to stay in 1990? Why they never continued with it?
Hush, hush.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
You won't, but don't reveal it.
Right.
Okay. So. Okay, so let me look it up. I'm about to add it right now. So it's called Guide. I'm writing. Guide to Allegation. Okay, found it. That's that. I added now. Jeffrey Epstein. I forgot the name of the damn book. Damn it. I got to put it by date. Maybe I'll find it like that. Last modified. Yeah, I'll find it like, damn it. Because there's a whole bunch of name of that thing. Let's see. Good Lord. I know I have it. God damn it. I know I have it. Yeah. If not, I'll find it later and send it to you guys. So you can
Oh,
share it.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah, I have the list. The Clintons are in it. Yeah, a lot of royalties. A lot.
Everything.
Yeah, a lot of royalties in it. A lot. Yeah, because there were people you don't hear about the book anymore, but it just people leaked it, and I'm like, I gotta get this shit. Yeah, and I guess where did I put it? I know I have it.
Maybe someone made it into a PDF and put it up on PDF.
No, it's a PDF. So
Oh,
even if it's
okay.
not there, it's on my computer.
Okay.
So I can always it's just I don't remember where I put it in my computer. Damn it. Yeah. It's just I don't remember where I put it. Damn it.
It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that some other time.
Yep. Yep.
So you were saying that your final topic was just basically try to be happy with what you have.
Exactly. Yes. Because I don't think it's a point when you like see what those people are really doing. So there's no point comparing yourself with them.
Right. Right. That's true.
Yep.
And the reason why you don't want to compare yourself it also is because you don't know what they did to get their money or to get what they have. It might not all be hard work and blood, sweat, and tears. It
Yep.
might be things that you would never want to compromise yourself to do. So you should never really look at what someone else has and be envious.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You do not. Yeah.
And it's like Brother Lance was said, because I was hearing it while I was
Oh,
off the air. I was hearing it. The people who, no matter how much they have, they can't be happy with you having a little something. It's like you're not supposed to have or not supposed to show any hint of being able to afford the same things that they can afford. It's just
Right.
that's what it is.
Mixed in with the quality of life. Like
Right.
back in Orlando, there'd be certain people that come over. They see that we're not millionaires, but we keep our stuff clean. The yard is nice and trimmed. All these good things are going on, and it's like they feel they're the only ones that should have it. And they would come over and eat and look around and all this stuff, and they just resent that. And I realized these particular individuals didn't want you having this. Like, look how clean this place is, and we'll get stuff on certain sales, or we knew certain affluent people that said, hey, I don't need this particular pot or this particular, television set. I bought it last year, top of the line or whatever. And it's like, oh,
Right.
thank you.
Right.
And you appreciate
yeah.
it.
And you're indebting yourself for no reason.
Exactly. So you'd have other folks that come over and you could see it on their face. They come and then Mrs.
How'd you
cooks
get that?
nice. It's like a restaurant, and it's like they're living too good. You know what I mean? And so in life, these people know your trajectory, and they know that even when you start all over again, they know where you're going, and they still don't like it, but they can't stop it. That's a whole other topic too.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
A whole other topic.
We could talk about that for a couple of hours.
Yeah, I know, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I cannot find the Jeffrey. I guess I had it really deep. God damn. But I have it. There's like 300 names in it. So, yeah, 300.
Yeah, that's the probably too.
Yep.
True. And those are the 300 common names. We don't even want to talk about the elite names now. The really elite names.
Yeah. No, they're the elite. Because there's a lot of worlds in it.
Yeah, I know, but you have elite, and then you have super elite, and then you have above super elite, if you get what I'm saying. So you still have to go dig to find a lot of people. There's still a lot of people that we will never even know.
I know, right? But it's kind of sad. I mean, I don't know. It's just bizarre. I mean, this behavior. Because you're rich, you think you can get away. That's exactly what he thought. And that's the thing. He was an Israeli spy. So which make me really give the stink eye to Israelis.
It's more bizarre.
Yeah, you were prostituting children, just to get control over the rich and powerful. Children.
My God.
I know, right?
One day I really
crazy.
want to see with this, like, there's got to be a point where, like, what's hidden comes out, and it's maybe I'm fantasizing that one day I get a chance to see all the things that are going on at this particular time today.
You and me both.
You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed.
With those who have ascended spiritually, you're not perfect, but it's just like and things you've always wondered about in this lifetime. Like, will I ever get to know, how
The
this
real
thing,
truth.
or the racism and the child molestation, human trafficking, and the murders and the secret elite groups and twisted people, like things that may have been even around you a lot and you were unaware of it, but you caught a hint of it. Like, well, I know all of these things. I mean, I don't really want to know. I want to go on higher and ascend, but in passing, could you answer a few questions for me? You know what I mean? Like that.
I know, right? It's crazy. It
I
is
wonder about
crazy.
things like that,
Yep.
I really do.
And thing is, pastors are involved in this mess. That's crazy. That's why he died. There was too many names, especially that's how people were suspecting it's probably the Israeli who got murdered because he knew too much, Epstein.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm sitting here talking, and my mic is on mute. I keep getting kicked.
Right, you can repeat what you just said.
I don't even know what the hell I said because
wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny. Yeah, it happens. I can't find it. That's strange, man. I cannot find it.
Oh my God, this is terrible. Talking, agreeing with you, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, yes. Well, you might as well stop looking now, sis.
Yeah, I know. I don't know where I put it. But I had it. I had it online and on the computer. I don't know where I put it. Bizarre. I had it. Damn it.
It's been hidden really, 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 really good.
I know, right? I don't know. Because that's bizarre. Yeah. Oh, well. It is what it is. Yeah, I'll look it up later.
Yes. And then make sure that you send it out to us.
I already had the FBI report. It's just that one I'm looking for to add to it. The Jeffrey Epstein list.
Right. Well, you know what? I mean, if it's a PDF, I'm sure just given the information over the chat, people can go look it up, for themselves.
Yeah, you can find it because I found it on Reddit.
Right.
At the time, so I don't know if it's still available. I found it on Reddit.
Right.
Yeah. Because I was surprised I found Haitian families in it too. Because what he would do, he would invite them to come to either his house or his island, let them have their fun while he's taping them, and then he would blackmail them.
Well, okay, so you see, so that's why it really shouldn't be a surprise. There's a lot of things that happened that people were totally unaware of, and then they got caught up in it. You know what I mean? Because if you think that, okay, it's like arriving, so to speak, you're in with the in crowd. You know what I mean? And so you're invited to a function that you have no clue what this function is about until you get there and you see what it is. All the time, you're just thinking to yourself, I'm getting ready to go and, rub elbows and shoulders with the rich and famous, or, you're rich, but you might not be famous. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
now you're going to go hobnob with people who are on both sides of the coin. They're rich and they're famous, and you accept the invitation, you go, and once you've gone, you're compromised.
It's crazy.
That's why sometimes you shouldn't jump and accept every invitation that's given to you.
You don't know what it's connected to, right?
Exactly.
Well, at least I found that. I found a lawsuit.
Sometimes you just have a pass, so that's all right.
Yeah, at least I found the lawsuit against Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, I can just share that too. The deposition of Ghislaine Maxwell, I have it too. So let me add that to it. It's just the book. Was it in book? I had the book. Damn it. I had the book. What happened to it?
That's okay, sis.
I'll find it. So, because I do create libraries in both of my Google account. So,
okay.
if not one, it's in the other library.
I could imagine.
Yeah, because there's some books that they're so precious. I saved them. Like I have probably 10 grimoires. I need to read them. I know one of them, but I haven't read the rest of the grimoires. So, but when you read them, it's like they're like Christian prayers.
Oh.
That's the word. Yeah, when they do black magic or what, they use Christian prayers.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Like the one of Pope Honorius, he called Jesus. He called him Jesus. Yeah, but the fact that it was sacrilegious, they kind of unpope him, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. He had his own grimoire. But the thing is, I don't see why they unpope him, because Solomon has his own. That's how he used to call on the spirits. I'm not the angels. He called on angels and demons to bring him whatever he wanted, to realize whatever he wanted. So yeah, there's a few really good prayers in the grimoire of the Solomon, the King Solomon. Sorry. So I even read the red grimoire. It wasn't that interesting. I saw, but just I don't know, because it's just it's weird that you're asking for blood and hair and all that mess, and blood from a dead body. I ain't gonna do all that. Okay, that's a tad too much.
Some things you just shouldn't read. You know that, right?
No, they ain't gonna do nothing. That's I'm not afraid like that. They ain't gonna do nothing. I read all of them. Actually, there's this guy who reads them, but he passed away.
It's audiobook? Okay.
Yes, because me, after a while, I get bored and I do something else, but I can listen to him. That's what he says, then I go look for the chapter and find out specific prayer. But technically, they are prayers.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I stopped reading them because I don't know. I started meditating, and by meditating, I realized that I don't need those prayers.
Right.
Because in a dream, it's one dream I had, and that's why I stopped paying attention to them, where I saw myself like in Norway, because I think that's what I said. Maybe I'm in Norway, and I was bare feet, and I can feel the snow under my feet. I can smell the ice. I can feel the cloud in the sky. I could feel the water. I feel the wave inside me. I could feel the crudity and the fish in the water. And I was telling myself to remember everything, all the senses. So when I woke up and I said, maybe, because I was learning how to master the reality. So I started doing that, actually being awake. I mean, yeah, because I kind of made it rain, but so yeah, I learned, actually, I know how to do it awake the same way.
Well,
but it's
that's
not like
interesting.
as glamorous in the dream, it's not as glamorous, but yeah. I guess because it's just, I follow Milarepa, and he just teaches yourself in your dream, man. Like real powerful things in the dream. Actually, my dream got way more vivid since I started following the teachings of Milarepa. Yeah, because the thing is, he was a warlock. Because when he was young, his father passed away, and his uncle took everything and kicked his mom and him out. So they were dirt poor. So the mother took her to a tantric sorcerer to train him. So he trained for years as a sorcerer. So he had a sister, but when he finally finished his training 7 years later, the time for him to come back, his mother and his sister died of poverty and hunger, starvation. So his uncle was having a wedding, and there were like hundreds of people. And then his rage, he called upon, the wrath. I don't know, because I know I forgot what it was. If it was an earthquake or no, 90 people died.
Oh, wow.
90 people died. So, but the thing is, after a while, he started feeling guilty for what he did, because the anger, it's gone. The vengeful feeling, the vindictiveness is gone. So all that is left is grief. So that's when he went to see Mappa, because Mappa was a master, so-called. Because when you really pay attention to the story, he didn't need to go to Marpa, because Marpa kind of humiliated him for 30 years before he finally initiated him. And because really abused him physically, verbally humiliated him like a slave for 30 years, because Milarepa wanted to learn so much. He wanted to learn Dharma, which means he doesn't reincarnate anymore. He transcends. Translate, I just say. But he came to a point where he was suicidal, because he completely regret what he did, and he was about to kill himself. So Marpa's wife felt guilty and convinced Marpa to initiate him. But this is where I see Marpa was full of shit, because the same day he initiated him, the same night, Guan Yin appeared to him.
What is that?
I gave him the Guan Yin is the mother. It's the
okay.
Mahamai. It's the Kali, the mother. It's the Virgin Mary. Because they say, that's why I say Guan Yin, because Guan Yin, Hindu say that she's the Virgin Mary for Christian, and it's Kali, because Guan Yin is mostly for the Chinese and Japanese and Indonesian. So it's like Kali. It's Kali, and the other one was I forgot her name. Mahamayami's mother. That's what she represents, the mother of creation. So the mother of creation gave him a hint of ecstasy, and he woke up. And the first thing he did, he went to Marpa and said, "This is what I saw." And Marpa, right? Marpa's like, "Well, I never saw that." So Marpa was so intrigued by what he said. He said, "Well, we have to go see my master to explain this, because I never saw that." So when they went to his master, the master was like, "Well, I never taught you that. Who told you that?" So he said
Right.
he pointed out to Milarepa. And
Mhm.
Marpa's master said, finally, in the north, there is a light, which means he was the master the whole time.
That was denied it for 30 years.
The whole time, he already had the spiritual knowledge. It's just he was like fixated on what Marpa could do. Mama didn't know shit. That's why he kept them for 30 years. So he had the free slave for 30 years.
Mm. You see that?
Yeah, actually,
Someone else sees your light all along and tries to keep it from you.
actually, that's why this is why I realized that Marpa didn't know shit. Because Milarepa appeared to me is it the year before, and he said there's no reason following any master. There's no reason to go through spiritual training because the knowledge is inside of you. You don't need initiation, you don't need a master. So it's when I listen to his story, I'm like, that's why he's saying that, because he realized that too.
Mm-hmm.
That he'd been slave around for 30 years for nothing. But it's the thing that he wasn't resentful of what Marpa did. On the contrary, he became, but first when he got initiation, he became an asset. So he stayed in the cave for years. And when he got retreated in the cave, there were like 100 demons in the cave. That's how I learned how to practice, how to do exorcism too. It's from, I learned a lot in my dreams. But that's how I learned how to do exorcism too. So when he saw those demons, so for 1 year, all he did is fight with them to get rid of the demons. He got rid of half of them, but the thing is, he realized instead of meditating, all he's doing is fighting with demons. So he started to ignore them and simply meditate. And this time he tried to like convert them to feel compassion and love instead of being malicious and nefarious. So at the end, I know, right? But at the end, he just let it go completely. Stop messing with the demon and just focus on himself. And at the end, most of them, the majority of them, left on their own, and there were like 10 left. And he cohabited with them. They didn't bother him. He didn't bother them. Yeah, so that's how I learned how to do. It's not only the mantra, it's just you have to be in a level of love and compassion to exorcise a demon out of a person, because there's no point using violence and abuse. It's not gonna work, because the demon, that's what they expect of you: violence and abuse or apprehension. Versus you just find a way. You have to be in a level of love and compassion. That's how you exercise a demon.
That's interesting stuff.
Yeah, because I know, right? Because when I started seeing all this stuff and telling my family, they got scared. Because, they're members of Eckankar. They know about soul traveling, astral projection, all that stuff. And I'm saying the stuff that are way, 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 way ahead of what they can do. So they got really scared and thought I was going crazy, but no, I'm fine. I'm fine. So the reason they were worried is because there are like seals on the wall by my bed, but it's to protect me. Because the reason why Milarepa appeared to me is because for 1 year something was pushing me out of my bed and throwing me on the floor.
Oh my God.
I don't know why. And you know how they do it? It's not actually physically they push you. It's when the astral body or the soul start to get, because when you dream, the soul has to go. So it's when you're in between. So that's the part they have access. If they push it, you're gonna fall.
That is crazy.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's how I realized that's why I have the seal. They are not demons. A demon can only attack you in your dream. That's why people say that they cannot move when the demon is possessing them. It's because they're in between, but you're not completely in your body. A demon cannot attack you physically. Only an angel can do that.
Interesting.
It really is.
Yeah. So the seal are for them. So I don't care about. I'm not afraid of demons. I mean, I'm not afraid of them, but it was kind of fucked up. Okay, to being pushed out of your bed all the time like that. It's annoying. Because my mom was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I'm not laughing.
I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Because every night, it's slamming me, because I have a cooler.
Yeah.
So, and I'm grabbing. It don't mean shit. That's how much violence I'm pushed out of my bed.
Girl,
I know. But I didn't pray. I didn't do anything except that I would try to center myself so when I'm pushed, I can hold on to something. Sometimes I'm so out that it's when I'm on the floor, I realize I'm on the floor. That's why I wake up. Like I feel my weight on the floor. That's how I realize I'm on the floor.
That really is something.
Yeah, and then one day, like in a dream, they told me to buy a statue of Milarepa. Yeah, in a statue of Ganesha. So the first they told me get Ganesha, and I got it. And then they told me to get Milarepa. And as soon as I got that statue, things almost started to change, and I started seeing stuff in my dream. Like the dream became really powerful and vivid. Yeah,
this is fascinating.
Yeah, that's why I don't really give stock to those, like the books, because I just like Milarepa, it's within you. It's just you gotta. I don't know. It's within you. It's a vibrational thing too. It's the way you focus to that vibration. That's how you are capable of doing things.
Whew.
Yeah. And on that note, I'm good. I'm tired.
Good stuff.
This is another show.
For real. See, every time she leaves us hooked and want more.
Yeah. But that's the thing too. The more elevate you get, you learn it, the more curious you become, and you learn more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have enough of knowledge.
Well, it's that phrase, right? The more you know, the more you realize you don't know.
Yeah. No, the angels, the evil angels, because there's a dream I had about them. It's just because I spoke about them publicly, and then the attack started because I saw the comment. So
okay.
Yeah, because they showed me that's how I knew what they were, because I dreamt that I was about to take a child somewhere, and my brother showed up and said that you can't leave the house, because if you leave the house, the angel will attack us. I'm like, angels? What I do? He said it's because you've been talking about them and what they've been doing. Because some of the evil doing, they're not demons. They're fallen angels. Because we tend to say fallen angels and demons are two different things. Because even the book, I said, what's in that book? It's something about the list of angels. Because he talks about all of them. Because this guy studied every religion that exists. And from there, he started denominating all the angels. There's even one for demons too, where denominating all the demons. But that's how he said.
I what's the name of the book? I had that book.
Yeah,
Is it called Angels and Demons?
yeah, something like that. Let me find it.
Because I had that book.
Yeah, a dictionary of angels, including the
Okay.
fallen angels. Because in
Okay.
the dream,
Okay.
they show me this is what happened in the dream, which is, to me, it makes sense what's going on in the world. Because in the dream, they show me that men have stopped praying the gods. And because the fact that praying, it doesn't mean the God like Jehovah, Allah, whatever, gods.
Right. Right.
The
Right.
fact that
Right.
we
Right.
stop, because we're so distracted with social media and things, dumb things, distracted, that we stop praying. And because of that, the gods are disappearing. And because they're disappearing, so the angels have no leadership. And I guess in the dream, they show me some of them, angels fighting angels, and those who lost have fallen. And those angels, instead of, assimilate like humans, they became evil angels, and like they're the one who they're showing in the dream, they're the cause of all that chaos, that recent chaos, all the recent. That's why I did a video where I said that all what the pastors are doing, like with the fake pastor, it has consequences. All those fake gurus, what you're doing has spiritual consequences,
Right.
because you're misleading millions.
Exactly. And it says, woe to the people who will basically lead the people astray.
Yeah, you're misleading millions. You have serious spiritual that affects this planet too. So that's what it showed me, and I kind of said it, and I started being pushed out of my bed.
Wow.
Wow, this is fascinating. I feel like this is fascinating, Captain.
Yeah, because my brother thought it was a joke. Like he thought that like I was losing. No, because my cat, because I had it like I cover all my windows, so because for my protection, I have to cover all the windows. So, and the seal were on the window, on the paper covering the window. And my cat, she wants to see what's outside. She scratched and damaged two of the seals. Like clockwork. I found like clockwork the same night. And I was screaming in my dreams. Like, George, they hear me screaming. So they wonder what's going on. And the next day they saw me putting more seals on the wall. So since then, they understand something is going on.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is every night they were strangling.
Yes. So after that, when they see they couldn't push me anymore, they started strangling me. Like I see a dark, like I don't see face, but I see a masculine dark entity strangling. Yeah.
Now, are you in between worlds when you see this?
Yeah, I'm in my body. I can see it happening because I can feel it. But when the seal got damaged, it was three. Three of them were pressing me. So that's why I was screaming.
Right.
So, well, that's why I can talk freely about spirituality, because the seals are there.
We definitely want to have a long one on this one here. Starting out.
The seals are
I'm
there.
not saying anything.
But normally you shouldn't. There's a reason why you shouldn't tell your secrets. But the seals are there. That's why I'm not afraid. Because me, like, for example, this is how I know my dreams are invaded. Because for some reason I developed that. I find myself locking all the doors, locking all the windows, like making sure nobody's getting, because I feel somebody's trying to get in. That's how I know there's an entity in my dream. It might be a person, it might be an incubus, succubus, but that's how I know my dream is invaded. Also, there's one thing, like I find animals that I didn't feed for days. That's your dream being invaded again. because it's something out of place. Like, because until I got my cat, because I had to get her, because it was like a
Because she can see it, right?
nasty guilt trip. Like, every time they show me having animals, I'm very sensitive about animals, and to see them not fed for days, I started having a depression, man. Like it affects me emotionally, But since I have the cat, so now I think, no, I have a cat. I don't know you. I don't know where you come from. I don't know you. Yeah, they use all of that. Cause the it's not only possession. It's not only that people are focused on like hell and no, the fact that your dream is being like invaded and infested. There's that part too. And if you don't master it, it will start affecting you physically. You're gonna start getting sick.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. You just said a mouthful. You just said a mouthful.
Oh, somebody was right. I don't know what has harassed my grandmother, but they harass they're mostly every night. Oh wow. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, because that's the thing too. That's why I have the seal too. Because when you're sick, you don't have the same spiritual strength.
Right.
Yeah, it affects you, and the fact that they're attacking you, they're all like weakening you. It creates a health weakness too. That's why I say, yeah, and it's not everybody that can master their dream. But it's just like you have to learn how to, realize there's something out of place in you're gonna notice like it's just something that is completely out of place. It shouldn't be there. And you see it, that's dream invasion.
That's when you tell yourself, wake the hell up.
Oh, that don't work. That's why I have the seal. Because I'm forcing myself to wake up, but they keep me like yeah. Because there's one time before I started putting the seal, I couldn't wake up. It's just so I started forcing my body to make sound. My mom was sleeping in the bedroom. Now I sleep by myself because I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And the fact that she spoke, I woke up.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, but this time I sleep by myself, so that's why I have the seals.
You bought them that way, or you got them printed?
I found them. Yeah, I found it. I printed them. Yeah.
Okay.
You just look them up, like the specific seal.
Right.
You'll find them. Seal for angels, seals for demons, seals for witches, seal for evildoers. Yeah, I have all of them. Whatever it is.
Full collection.
Yeah, I have all of them. They're all there. So whatever it is, you can't attack me anymore. Yeah, that's what it is. They break you down. I mean, it's not as bad. I mean, I'm not afraid of being strung on my dream, as I'm like I am apprehensive about succubus and incubus. Like I only have experience with incubus, not with succubus. But no, with incubus, you think you're about to go crazy, man. Because incubus or succubus, they're narcissistic people. Which is they're not realizing that that's what they are. But it's not all of them that are that. Some of them, I mean, the powerful ones are the ones who knows that's what they are. They know, that's what they are.
Right.
So, but because I met one that was really powerful, that I had to deal with him for years. But the one that are not aware of it, you can get rid of them pretty quickly in weeks. So now me, I don't stuff like that before I even have the seals. So, because I don't like my dream, because I will flip on you. I don't like my dream being infested. Because before, I would it's just the recurring dreams. Because this is what the incubus does. They just sexually assault you in your dream. But it's like, it's not like assault. It's just you keep seeing yourself having sex with them.
Right.
But when you're with this person is just abusive. And like reprehensive and abusive, you can be around them because they're narcissists. But every night, this motherfucker's in your dream, infesting it. That is enough to drive you fucking crazy.
For real.
So the first one, wow. It's just one day, I don't know. It's just, I don't pray. I've prayed about it, but it's just, God will give you the solution. Because I was a member of Eckankar, and these motherfuckers didn't know shit of how to help me. Actually, they said I was crazy. I know I ain't crazy. Because every time that's how I know this guy was something else. Because I left New York and went to Haiti the same day I took a nap. He was right in front of me. As soon as I fell asleep, that's how I know something's up. That's not normal. That's not normal at all. I would find myself like every time I sleep, he's opening the door and I walk in his apartment. I mean, that's not normal. So, yeah. So, but I found. So what I started to do, because there was this exercise in Eckankar that said if you want to realize something, write it 15 times every night before you sleep. So every day, as I'm about to, I used to write it down, but I would chant his name until I fall asleep every night. And in less than a month, I started infesting his dreams. He didn't like that. And the infestation stopped. I mean, they were less frequent because now he realized I can do the same thing too. That's how you infest. That's how you can, like, how would I say, force someone to fall in love with you, or yes, by infesting their emotion and dreams. But in order for them to have that be powerful, they need to have something from you. So I used to go to his bathroom when I was taking voice lesson from him. So probably he had something from me. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know. But this guy for 5 years, man. I mean, the infestation was less frequent. But after 5, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Get the fuck out of my dream. I was flipping on him now. Like, I want nothing to do with you. It's annoying. Because when you started mastering your dream, like me, there's one dream I had where I see demons running after me, and I'm like, wait a fucking minute, that's my dream. So I open the door like from another dimension. I'm like, get the fuck out of my dream. Yeah, and the first like, don't do that. I don't give a shit. Get the fuck out of my dream. Yeah, one of them was like an Israeli guy infesting my dream. So just like I said, something out of place. So I wake up and there's a duck. I don't have a duck in my house. So I took a knife. Yeah, because I don't like that. I don't like being infested. Yeah, I'll go crazy on you. Like it's kind of, like, this person want nothing to do with you. This person is abusive, and your dreams are infested by this person. But there's some people that don't know who's doing it. That's the thing. That's why I started doing those the videos, because some people said they don't know. They say they're having the sexual dream, but they don't know who's doing it.
Right.
But here's the trick. that person who's doing it is somebody you keep confining into. So that's
What do you
how.
mean?
Yeah, you're telling all your emotion, your problem, you're confining in that person.
Okay.
So this person have access to you when you're confining to them. That's how they have hold over you. That's how they can do what they can do. So you really have to be really discriminative of who you're talking to.
Who are you talking to? Right.
Yeah, who you're saying things to.
That's why I don't tell nobody my damn business.
Yeah. So that person, and that's the thing is, it's not like your family member. It's somebody who's very charismatic. It could be a realtor. It could be a pastor. It could be a banker. It's somebody who attracts money easily. Because the person I met, they're very successful financially. Each one of them. Because I counted 3.
Right.
3 of them. So they were financially successful.
Okay.
And they're financially successful because they know how to interact with people. They know how the PR. Even though they're very abusive verbally, they know how to get what they want because they're narcissists. They know how to get what they want. They know what to say. But at the same time, they're incubus, so they will get what they want. Or incubi in plural.
Right.
So, because I met even guys saying that they have gay dreams. I mean, they're gay too, but I'm like, that never crossed my mind that you can have a gay incubus. That never crossed my mind. Because I met women having gay dreams too. Like, I'm like, that never crossed my mind.
That never crossed my mind. Oh, better not.
I didn't know that. You know? It's through like
oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't know that. But yeah, even like in that video, I explained the history of because the first succubus is Lilith. So, but Lilith, you see in the book of Enoch, you will see her story. It's kind of stupid. It's really stupid because Lilith was created before Eve. But when it came to mate with Adam, she said she didn't want to be in the bottom. She wanted to be in the top. And Adam didn't want that. So he's like, fuck you, nigga. I'm getting someone else. I'm fucking So she went to Samael. And so God said, go back to Adam. I'll forget about what you're doing with Samael. I said, no, I'll fuck Samael instead. Because Samael likes me on top. So God's like, fuck you. You're a succubus now. You have to roam the earth and hunt men and babies in the dream. So that's why they say a succubus, they think it like rapes men in their dream to gather their sperm and spread more demons. Yeah, and infant more demons. That's why. Like the first known incubus was Gilgamesh's father. Because Gilgamesh is half demon, half human. That's why he was so formidable. Right. Because the legend of Succubus, also you find it in the, was it Zoroastrian? I think that's what it is, right? No, this one before that. Mitra. That's the Mitraism. That's where it came from. Because before Zoroastrianism, there's Mitraism. So actually, the reason why Christianity spread out is because Rome was trying to stop the influence of Mitra. And that's why Christianity, they prefer, how I say this sect, because Christianity was a sect. It became a religion. So they were more able to control that sect than Mitraism. So in that religion, Lilith was, because you know, the Bible, even though whatever this the fuck they say, it came from Mitraism. Okay. Okay, because whatever you see in Mithraism, you see it in Judaism. For example, when Moses said he saw a flaming bush, right?
Right.
Well, he saw the fire and flaming God. Well, Mithra is a flaming God too.
Interesting.
Even you see that their definition of Lucifer. Yeah, it's from Mithraism also. Mithraism influenced a whole lot of religion, and that's because before it was Brahmanism. Because is it not Brahmanism, because it's the religion because Rama came from Scythia. Scythia was when Europe and Asia was like one lump of island, and they call it Scythia because after that the world kind of split out and became you can significantly see the Asia and Europe. So he came from Scythia, and guess what? Where he got initiated? In Africa. So yeah, he went because it's specifically to the African, and he got initiated, and that's how monotheism got spread out in Europe and actually in Scythia. They got it from us because we're always monotheist. So they got that from us. So what happened is, in Scythia, it was a matriarchal society, but unlike in Africa, those bitches were buck wild because they were like queen witches doing human sacrifices every day, all day. So he went to get initiated to know how to fight with those witches. So this is where the legend of the serpent and the bull came from. That's why you see like what's it? Baphomet has the legs of a ram. Okay, so because to combat the witches, he came with his own symbol. So his symbols were either a ram or a bull or an eagle. And the witches, their symbol was the serpent. That's why the devil is a serpent. And you see like the king of all the gods, Odin shows as a bull or as an eagle or a crow. Zeus, Jupiter, he shows up as a eagle or a bull. So because the bull or the ram represent virility, that's why Baphomet, the legs, that represent his virility. And the breast is because, what is that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, that's because
what is it?
When they say as it is above, so it is below. So it's like positive and negative. So the virility represent the positive, the breast negative, in the sense that the masculinity is creation, the femininity is destruction. But you need for the world to renew, you need creation and destruction. But the serpent, like that came from the legend of Rama. So that's how his religion spread out. So the thing is, there was so much bloodshed between him and the witches, the queen, that he decided to leave with his followers. So his influence went through Persia, that's why you have Mithraism. And then he went to India. In India, there was already Hinduism. But he kind of upgraded it with Brahmanism. That's why the head of the caste are Brahmins.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but that one you have to read the Great Initiate. The Great Initiates by Edward Shure. He talks about all of them: the history of Jesus, the history of which is Joshua, the history of Moses, his name was actually Osiris, because he really actually was a Egyptian prince and not Hebrew. He never was Hebrew. He was an Egyptian prince. And his name was Osiris until he got initiated and he became Moses.
Okay.
Yeah, he got initiated when he went to Ethiopia. And initiated by Jethro. Jethro kind of the initiation.
Right.
And the thing, I think it's so true because you see them doing it in Benin because he got buried for a whole month on the ground.
What's the name of the book?
The Great Initiates.
Okay.
I have it. I can send it to you. I have the link.
Okay.
Actually, let me add it. Because I'm trying to find the list. Unless I deleted it. Why would I delete that shit? God damn it. Yeah, because I had it. Damn it. Yeah, but I have it. I'm gonna add it. The great. Oh, do I have it in English? Because I have it in French. The great.
I'm sure I can find it. Let me see.
Yeah, you'll find it. Yeah, because it's Google has it for free. I have it in English. I added. So now I just gotta find. Yeah, I added it. So now I just gotta find the list. But that's all, folks. It's like 10 o'clock and I gotta bounce and watch my housewives before I go to sleep.
Oh my goodness.
I need a little bit of ratchetness to distract the mind.
Well, this was really good. This was very informative. Send me the list because I want to peruse some of those writings.
Epstein. That's why I haven't sent it yet. Then
I'll send it without the Epstein. You can always send Epstein later.
Okay, let me send it now. So Lance, her media. Okay, so let's. I think they already shared with Lance, so he could have access to them easily.
Yes.
So
listen, send it again. Lance@LanceScurv.com. That's the only place. Otherwise, it's going to get lost in the sauce.
Okay, so I sent it to both the LanceScurv and the Lance Gmail. Okay, so I just sent it.
All right.
Yeah.
Gmail is Scurv Media at Gmail, and the other one is Lance@LanceScurv.
Yeah, so anyone with the link can see it because if you publish it, then anybody can have access to it.
Right. Let me see if I see it. Hold on.
Yeah, I just sent it.
All right. Then you sent it to Lance@LanceScurv.com?
Both of them.
No, it didn't come yet.
Yeah, to both of them.
Okay.
Maybe because of the size of them.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because there's 2 PDF included in it.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. It's because the size of the PDFs. Okay, now I need to find Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, why did it? I couldn't. Yeah, I could never delete something like that. Damn it, where is it?
I'll share it with the folks in the chat.
Put in medical. Yep.
Eric, you want to come on and tell us what you know? You seem to be writing a lot there. You seem to know a lot. You want to come on and talk about it?
Yes, please do. I'm done talking. I'm tired. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I shared both links in the chat. So There you have it.
Yes, honey.
Mm-hmm. It's so interesting. I mean, and a lot of folks in the chat know a lot. You know, we need to do something where everyone can share their piece of knowledge. You know, Brother Lance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you could do it like I mean, have some people, I guess, part of the audience speak or participate.
Or we
I
could
don't-
do it on a conference, like even if it's a closed conference call.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great option. Yeah, you can do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have to
So
write that down.
so the next I'll be showing up probably will be Saturday because I'm still researching. Because you know, there's a lot of female athletes specifically are being discriminated. Black and like minorities, white female athletes don't get discriminated that much because if they're black, especially if they're really brilliant, they're either accused of being men or of doping. So that's what I'm researching right now, and I guess Saturday that's what we're going to talk about.
Okay.
I'm counting down the days. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, because right now there's this rising star for the 100-meter and the 200-meter. Because that's how I got the idea. Maybe I should do it about female athlete that are being discriminated. Let's see her name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a little ghetto, but this girl is a beast. Woo, she fast. Because they compare her to Flojo or Florence, whatever. But Florence lost her title because they started accusing her of doping, which might not be true. Like, right. There's this poor girl, and I was telling Liz about it, this South African girl. Even Julius Malema was supporting her. It's really unfair because she was only a teenager, you know, and the way they were badgering her and accused of being a man when she's a woman. Yeah, it was just very wrong and unfair. So let's see. Where's that girl? Yeah, Sha'Carri. So it's spelled it's SHA apostrophe CARRI. Sha'Carri Richardson. So she's a rising star. I mean, she come up with those ghetto nails like Cardi B and like flamboyant hair, like purple hair, blue hair. But damn, she's a gazelle. That girl's a puma. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why I'm.
So they're discriminating against her.
I don't know, not yet. But
okay.
But most likely, yeah. And it's always at the Olympics. As soon as you reach the Olympics, out of blue, now you're a man. If you're not a man, you're doping. So that's what I'm trying to.
I mean, isn't there a little bit more controversy behind the one in South Africa than just okay?
Oh no, there's one, an Indian girl too. Yeah, and there was a Chinese girl too. So that's why I'm finding articles about all of them, and to find if there's others that got discriminated like that too. Oh, he said I need to keep a dream diary. Yeah. I have something like that because especially if it's like powerful dreams. Yeah, if it's a powerful dream, yeah, I kind of like write them down.
Right.
Yeah.
She was asking, has any of your dreams ever altered your mood?
No. I guess the recurring dream about animal that I'm mistreating. Yeah, it started affecting my depression. So that's why I managed to have a cat, an emotional support animal. Because I can do dogs. I don't even have the legs to walk the dog. So So exactly. I have the legs, but no, she keeps me busy, that girl. She's very active.
You mean your cat?
Yes. But she's very loyal too. Like if I sleep, she sleeps. I go to the bathroom, she goes to the bathroom. I do my makeup, she's just sit and watch me doing it. I shower, she watch what I'm doing. She's very loyal. The same way she knows, because when we go out, she goes out too. We never leave her by herself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We never leave her by herself. That right now, I think she knows we're moving because she keeps rubbing herself on everything. She didn't have that habit before. I think she knows. Yeah, she sees all the boxes. She knows we're going somewhere. So I keep telling her that we're not going to leave you. That's not going to happen.
Right, right.
Because, the thing is, it's not only for me. I noticed, like, she helps me a lot because she's always playing with me. So that's why I'm like, like, she knows when I'm depressed or when my mood is changing. She just knows.
Right.
Because she
sense it.
Yeah, they sense it. And she started playing with me to make me laugh. But my mom, too. Like, my mom, because the cat we had before in 2013, his name was Billy. And when Billy died, my God, everybody was crying, especially my mom. She became really depressed. She was so distraught. She said she wants us to never have an animal in the house again because it was too painful. But when Apollonia came, so it just completely changed her mood. Because Apollonia is very affectionate. So it kind of like my mom smiled more and she a little less because she was very depressed too. So her mood changed too because of the cat. And of course George too, because she's way more attached to me and George. Because if George leaves, oh my God, she start wailing and wailing and wailing.
Oh,
Because you gotta, yeah. I guess it's because it's the way we treat her too. So she's very attached to us as well. So yeah. But when we move, I'm gonna get her a little brother.
Interesting.
So she's not by herself. Yeah. Yeah. So I better get a small cat like that. She's used to the cat growing up with her. Because if it's an adult, because she might freak out. That's why I'm gonna get a baby.
True. Get a baby. Yes. Well,
yep.
Sister Beatrice.
Yes, ma'am. Time for my ratchetness.
You've missed half an hour of it. Are you watching it on replay? You have it DVD?
No, I'll be all right, girl. So I'm just gonna watch stuff until midnight, then I'm going to sleep. Actually, I'm about to take my sleeping pill right now. Like that, I'm knocked out by midnight.
Okay. Yep. You go, girl. Do your thing.
So it was a pleasure. Okay.
Indeed, as always.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys can also bring like examples of other athletes, because it's not only the guys that accuse them of doping, black guys, and that kind of destroyed their careers. But I wanted to focus on the women because it's kind of fucked up that you accuse them of being men when they're not.
Well, you remember Carl Lewis, when he became a sore loser, he decided to accuse a couple of the other runners,
That's how it started. Like
of doping.
Semenya, the South African girl.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like, and the way she like crushed the race, because she's like, she does the 800 meter. The other girl started accusing her of being a man when she was not.
Right.
So before you know it, they started putting her a battery of tests to prove that she's a man when she's a woman. She was born a woman. And right now, she's going through a lot of, emotional distress because she's still a teenager.
No, I think she's in her 20s now.
Yeah, but she's a girl, because when it all started, she wasn't even 21. It started in 2012. Because it's only in 2017 she was 27. But it's horrible to destroy somebody's career like that. And that's why I keep saying maybe we should have a global Black coalition. Because if we had something like that, we would, like a really supportive Black community, globally, we would have been able to stand and say, hey, what you're doing is really abusive and it needs to stop. It's discriminative, it's racist, and it needs to stop.
Right. That's true.
Misogynist too.
That's true.
Because they do it to white women, but not as much as Black, especially if you're doing really good. I mean, I guess, what's her name? She doesn't look like a man. Maybe that's why they're in bed. I'm pretty sure soon enough they will slap her with doping. Sha'Carri Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon.
True.
Yep. And that's why, I think no, I think like the devil it's short-sighted. We need like a global Black coalition where the Black community support each other globally.
True.
Yep. So good night, guys. Now I gotta look for that.
Thank you so much.
No
you got
problem.
me over here on your perspectives. I'm sitting here like, wow, hurry up time so we can get the other one in.
Oh God. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much.
No
Thanks,
problem.
Brother Lance, for the invite. Much appreciated.
Yeah. So till Saturday, guys.
Yes, indeed, my sis.
All
Take
right.
care.
Y'all take
Yes.
care. Bye.
Right.
All righty.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
But oh, it